We in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah, welcome to the yard. Where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep, every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct, or stay the hell outside, legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Udo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned in yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, yeah, we run this yard. Nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stack heavy, 52 way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevail. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, all on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to G. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stacked heavy, 52 way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history baked, yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history baked. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, feel that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat, it's Mo and Mike. Kings in this game, going hard. Kennels, forever reign the same, nigga. Yeah. Ciao. Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday Ace, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spots shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah, the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turned. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday Ace, turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the game, stamp legit. Find him in Tornadoes, Pedigree, Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah, the knowledge remain. T.O., our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes. Tom, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low tight, apex pressure built for the chase, gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade, third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah. I Said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid.
Yeah. It's more Mike in the house.
Going hard with the legends, paying homage, you know. Yo, Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right, the brat. Pretty mama, they shining so bright. LaMayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch two and don't talk about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitter, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch two and don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, Captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch two and don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob, 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 rob.
What up? What up? What's up? Y'all know what time it is. It's Talk Shit Tuesday. Big shout out to all my people out there on the back street. Big shout out to all my people in. Oh, it's too high. Big shout out to all my people on the back street. Big shout out to all my people in the Shark Tank. Let me see right quick here. See who all we got here. I don't know more. I'll turn my volume down a little bit here. Let me see who all out here right quick here. Let me give a big shout out to my man, Mr. Paul Johnson in the house. What up, fam? See who else I got here. Big shout out to my man. Bite down and shake that like button. Double M Desbo in the house. What up, fam? Yo.
It's peeking out. You're peeking out, man.
It's still doing it?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me take care of this right quick. Let me see. Get my mic setting together. Hold on. It's supposed to be automatic adjusting. It ain't automatic adjusting shit, is it?
No, it's cracking up.
Yeah, let me do it. Hey, how about it now, though? Is it still cracking out?
No.
Okay.
Still loud.
How about now? Still. Oh.
It's straight.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. I'm just trying to get it right. Mic check. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Let me get back down to this list right quick. Bite down and shake that like button. The one and only Double M Desbo in the house. What up, fam? Again, big shout out to my man, Mike Red Boy. Shreveport in the house representing. What up, fam? Hey, big shout out to OI School Original. What up, fam? Welcome to the Shark Tank, fam. Big shout out to my main man, Mr. Vladimir Irvin in the house. What up, fam? Yo, Quick FC in the house. What up, fam? Sabriel Badul Bazaar in the house. What's up, fam? Representing Baymore. I see you. They be bulldogging up in that DMV area. Let me see what else I got out here. Big shout out to my man Vance 305, aka Super Kennels in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man Mr. Jason Clark in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man Mr. Will Turner. What up, fam? Let me see. My man, he said it's pronounced Sabir, bruh. All right, Sabir, I'm sorry. I'm trying to butcher you, bruh. My man, old school. I got you. Old school original. I see you, fam. Y'all forgive me. I ain't got my glasses on today, and I be trying my hardest. But I appreciate you guys reaching out, get me to get that straight. Gotta get it right. If I can't say it, don't say it. I feel you. They brutal tonight, man. They brutal. Hey, fellas, y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Big shout out to my man, Small Time Kennels in the house. Hey, before I get started, hey, Mo.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, you want to give that moment in time out to my, my
Yeah.
boy?
Hey, yeah, do something with your mic, right? Even though you're talking low, it's just certain parts it'd be like pitching out. It'd be like cutting off.
Okay. I'm trying to take control of this mic situation.
I think it's that compressor, bro.
Yeah. You know, man. That studio shit, it ain't ready for this type of shit, but that's my bus. I'm just too cheap to go buy some new shit. But I got it turned down, so I'm hoping that's doing a whole lot better, right?
Kinda. It's still like peaking. Like,
damn. Man, I'm down, man. I'm at 55 out of 100.
Maybe it's the compressor and not the volume, because the volume is not the volume. It's like certain words go out.
Okay.
Just letting you know, so you're making sure you want to be heard.
Okay. Well, I don't talk that much anyway, and especially with y'all. But I'm gonna get me through this. Big shout out to my man, Mr. 216 Bulldogs in the house. What up, fam? All right, go ahead, Mo. Get that off right quick, man.
Hey, y'all, let's give condolences to Chico Nicholas. He lost his wife in a sudden illness he came over with. So, let's send the Pitbull family, send our condolences out to Chico Nicholas. There's always a bad thing when something good, come along and then you have something bad happen. I know he took his wife to the hospital for pneumonia. Spent 2 days, came home, lost it 48 hours after that, at home. You know, Mike's wife in the hospital since he ain't told nobody, but yeah, his wife in the hospital now. There's a whole lot of hospitals going on around here lately. I go to the hospital on Thursday, 5 o'clock in the morning, and have my surgery. You know, I don't know if I'll be out Friday. Hopefully they'll let me go Friday. I know they're gonna have me in intensive care all Thursday, and then they're gonna have me in a room Friday. You know, I'll break up out of there though. You know what I mean? If I can get up and walk, there ain't no need for me to be laying up in their bed. You know what I mean? I can lay at home. So hopefully I'll be able to break out of there. You know, they be locking me in when I go to the VA. They put me in my own private room and be locking the door because they know I'll leave. You know, I must be in my record. Put him in a private room and lock his door. But big condolences go out to Chico Nicholas, everybody. We make sure we throw a lot of hearts out there tonight, y'all. Send the love. On you, money.
Yeah, we need them hearts and roses tonight for my people like that. Because, you know, I really feel for my man. And yeah, true enough, my wife been in the hospital 4 days. She's on the breathing machine. So, you know, prayers up, prayers up. You know, community's usually been good, you know, showing that kind of love. So sometimes we need it, but the bulldogging must continue. Hey, big shout again, my man Sabir. Now you know, man, Sabir be on me. He be like, no, be more, not the DMV. Okay, fam, okay, I got you on that, because you know we hung out in that area. You know, we did that a lot of good people up in that area. You know, and it was just always hard for me to like separate them because everything was so close. But yeah, I feel you, man. Represent your spot, fam. No disrespect. Be more in the motherfucking house. Big shout out to my man, Mr. William Torres in the house. What up, fam? Terrence V26. I see you, fam. My man, old school, yeah, left out that room is padded. Yeah. You know, when you're trying to turn like studio shit, because I play horns. So my horn, I know if my shit don't spike on my horns and they be right there at the mic. But then when you're trying to do this type of shit, it ain't built for it. It peaks out and you know, and then I'm not on a big board either. So I'm just like patched in. My man, Sabri, big shout out Sabri. Sabir, he said, no matter what, Mo, we know you going to scratch hard. Yeah. Appreciate that, fam, always. Let's see who else I got here. Big shout out to the one and only, the Mad Doctor's in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man, Mr. Carlos Lee. I see you, fam. At PDK74. What up, fam? You, the insane honey badgers in the house. What up, fam?
Big shout out to the Bayou. I see you there, Louisiana. What's up, fam? Mike, you still there, man?
Yeah, I wanted to give a big shout out to my man, Vance 305. Condolences and prayers to your family. Appreciate the love, fam. Let me see. Who else? I just seen somebody else I missed in here. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Marcel Shepard in the house. What's up, Marcel? Who else I got here? Who was that? I think that was my man Sabir. Hey Mo, my man Sabir said, hey Mike, speak on the Hall's blood for a few ticks if possible. Okay. Well, you know, hopefully I think we're gonna have Triple M in here. You know, he grew up around all them. So some of his conversations just gonna have you tripping when I start talking about them. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Will Turner.
Don't forget to throw that link down there for him.
Yeah, I'm finna get it in here now. Hey, fellas, you know, I be laughing sometimes because, you know, I know we like, you know, everybody say we like the old school and shit. But I be tripping because, you know, and for me, and for as far as reality, man, don't, you know, times change, but actually shit don't really change. You know, shit really be like, we have video games back there. We just didn't have the type of video games that y'all got. You know, y'all got that exponential, real live shit. You know, because I was around when the first video game came out. And remember, we had it. It was called Pong. You know, it looked like you look doot doot doot. You know what I mean? But over time, how things have. I mean, and then I'm talking about not just over a long time. I'm talking about in a real short time. You know, even when we start putting, you know, 3 1/4 disc in there, we remember you have to log on to the computer. You had to damn near be a computer programmer back in the day to use a computer. You know, it was we call it CMOS, you know, C command, and you tell the computer what you wanted to do, and it'll do it. But look at us now, all we got to do is turn the sucker on. And now we have progressed in my lifetime all the way down to this AI thing, you know. This AI thing, goddamn little babies dancing and shit and singing, and I mean, it's just amazing. And I just don't understand why we can't, when we can see that type of progression just in life in general and just the things around you. You know, things didn't really just disappear, things just got better. So I was thinking, like, sometimes dealing with these dogs, when we ask that question, do the dogs get better? Before I get too close. Hey, Mo, I'm gonna need you to step in for a second so I can, got to get this phone call right quick. My man Sabir said, twins, I need for y'all to know this. I thank y'all for all the bullshit y'all had to deal with just to bring this to us. What y'all accomplished, and I'm speaking on the knowledge, wisdom, and the experience. Sabir, you know what, brother? You know what? I really appreciate that, man, because you didn't have to put that up there, but you did. You spoke that from the heart. You just want us to know from you how you felt about it. You know what I mean? And that's a big up for us. You know, you kind of try not to think and worry about what people think, especially when you be like on the mission. So it's kind of, it's hard for us to not look at everything that way, because we be basically telling y'all the same thing about the dogs, you know. Don't give a damn what that next person say. You take care of your business, you do what you need to do, and let the success in your actions speak for itself. They either gonna get on or they gonna get off, but just don't get in the damn way. You roll right over their ass, you know. You know, success journey will follow you if you allow it to. But you know, it's really big just for you guys, first of all, to show up. It's even bigger when you hit the damn like button. It's even real big when you hit them thumbs up and them muscles and give up them roses. So you need to put that shit down, man. You're already going to the doctor. You don't need to be doing that. I'm busting you out. But yeah, you know, I'll be tripping because I heard, you know, couple of times, you know, and I be on Facebook and I try to just see what's the conversation going. And you know, I think the past is important, even in these dogs, man. I mean, even in the now, because if you without the past, you know, you're not being able to recreate anything moving forward in the now, because you know it's not smart to do that in the now. So it's easier to associate what you're doing in the now with a past and letting anybody else after that figure it out. because it's now you're getting down to the point you have to be in the know to know. And I think it's a lot easier and a lot safer when you're dealing with these dogs to just keep it just like that. If you ain't meant to know, then you just ain't meant to know. But if you want to know, you better get in the know, better get in what it takes to know. And let me tell you something. That ain't no new statement either, because that's the only way we got into the know. We got in because we had to know somebody. And in the process of knowing them somebodies and doing right and being just being who we are, and when I say that, I really be saying that because we not really no bad guys. We put it like this. We live by them honor code, and that to some of y'all might not understand what that means, but I'm going to try to keep it real simple. Y'all know real supposed to recognize real. And if you stand on that, 10 toes down, 9 toes down, however you want to stand on it, that means you live every moment in your life based on trying to keep it real with people and trying to be, you. I mean, I don't think you should have to change who you are to be around anybody. I think people should accept me for who I am. And then, if you don't like it, then trust me, I would understand. But if you like it, then we're going to maybe hook up and get a lot of things done. And I feel like that's important because I don't hear enough people speaking like that. You know what I mean? It's easy to sit back and say, oh, you lying, you ain't done shit, or you ain't got shit over there. That's real easy to do. But to come back and argue with somebody like that, that's like a dead end argument, kind of, you know what I mean? Because now you just got people exercising their rights, and you know that, right? I can say what I want to say when I want to say it and how I want to say it. You can either like it or you don't have to keep responding. That's this new era shit. Remember back in the day when we was in school, they used to do dumb shit and put a stick on your shoulder. You bad enough, knock it off my shoulder, knock it off and watch, I'm gonna beat your ass. Something simple as knock it off my shoulder or say something about my mama type of shit. You know what I mean? You could put people in check real quick. You could you pulling their whole card immediately. You see, it's easy to talk. It's the action that's hard to get across. You know what I'm saying? So these platforms and these, I call them keyboard gangsters. That shit is easy to do because you're not confronting the real issue at hand. The problem with that is if you changing who you are to address things like that because you feel like you got to hold a certain status in this new internet world, then if you're really trying to be real, you just pulled your own whole card because, real people don't address dumb shit. Real people basically be like, yeah, I hear you. But in the same time, that's just that one person you don't ever want to find in yourself, person like that, you don't ever want to run into them or no homie. Because they might just be like that kid that was out on, in the playground and everybody run out to see the fight after school and he got that little stick on his shoulder and all it takes for you to do is knock that stick off his little shoulder and he finna go to work on you. Well, when you get older, it don't really take the stick. It just takes your presence. The fact that you happen to be in the same room at the same time, that person might not even remember what they said about you. They might be like, oh man, well, I was just some internet shit talking. And that takes me back to that real, to recognize real. See, so I know a real person that's really be about that shit. They gonna check you. They gonna check you. And if you real about it, you gonna stand on what you said and take what comes with what you said, or you gonna be one of them that's gonna be trying to get all, no, you getting all sensitive because it's, you know how this internet thing is. And see, it would be that sensitive part that I might not have been able to hear the other part because I'll be done knock the shit out right there, because that's how sensitive I really take shit. See, I'm the sensitive one between me and Mo. See, I try not to get into these kind of confrontations and shit. You know, me and my brother, we always go at it. We, like I said, we are two different people, but just because we look alike don't mean we think alike. And yeah, we bump heads all the time. Been bumping heads our whole entire life. But when it comes to getting shit done, we know how to put the bullshit to the side and put our mind and our attention into whatever we're working on, and we do what it takes to get that job accomplished. And I think that's one of the major reasons why we're able to get around and meet as many people as that we did and had the success that we had, because I understood my role, and he understood his part. Mo never really got into the business part of what I was doing. Mo would probably, like I said, it was some shit that I probably do, and Mo find out about the shit years later. That's how I used to do shit and just keep it away from him, because he had a certain way of like, damn, Mike, you didn't even fuck with him like that. You over there knocking, doing crazy shit. Why you do that, man? Why'd you tell me, man? I ain't want to hear your mouth, bruh. I heard what they said. I ain't like what they said. I haven't dealt with it myself. That type of shit. Cause it was, I was always doing it. Cause my brother, he's a very humble type of guy. You see how his passion is. And that's why I'd be telling him sometimes, when we first started doing, I said, Mo, don't read the chat. Don't go looking at other people's videos. You just stick to what you're doing and let me deal with all that. Because I used to always look at everybody's videos. I like to see who was saying what was out there, and just kept him away from it. Even when he used to sit behind this chair when we was in this room together, I would never let him read the chat. All he had in front of him was the screen, but he never got a chance to see the chat. And most of the time, if I seen something up there that I didn't like, then I would pin it up and I would say, yo, Mo, address this. Because I knew Mo was going to bring the fire. He going to read it and he wouldn't know why I put it up there, and he was going to address it. But the reality of it is, man, if you think about all the things that I hear people talk about, you can't trust the papers. You can't trust nobody out here. I mean, maybe this game has been raggedy since day one. I think, when you got people doing illegal shit, then I'd be wondering, ain't that how that go hand in hand? You're already doing something illegal. So some people look at that a little bit different, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I try not to get into, what other people got going on out there. What I'm trying to get into is you can't forget nothing of the past in order to have a successful future. Yeah, it's important to know how your dog is bred, but you got the dog. If you were to take them papers and rip them up, and I were to come by and see you 3-4 months later and ask you, how's that dog? And you tell me how much you like that dog. Okay. You done ripped the papers up. You probably know how the dog is bred. But the only reason the person would really be asking you about your dog is because, that dog look good. Something got to be about that dog a person gonna ask you about. And then the real conversation for you to have being real is really, how is that dog? You own him. You've been around him a couple months. You know, do you brag on the dog and because you still feed him? Do you make him something that he's not? Do you come right out and say, well, they said he bred like this, but you know, you feel a certain type of way? Well, no, you just this is how the dog is bred because that's what's on your papers. Give a damn what other people think about anything else. The fact is, the bulldog made the papers, didn't give a damn about them papers. I see you out there, Mad Doctor. Hold on. Let me get the doctor in here right quick because I must have said something about his attention. Let me give a big shout out to my man. Hold on. Big shout out to my brother by another mother. Pit dog in the house. What up, fam? Let me see who else I got out here. It's a model. What up, fam? Ain't seen you in a while, man. Salute chat. Salute Mike and Mo. Appreciate you, fam. I see you. Mad Doctor. What up,
Hey,
fam?
no, Mike, what I want to say is about this. Is Mo is okay? Cause cause me and Mo had the fightest debate when me and you done talked on the phone. I remember talking to you so way back. Y'all first got with that pro and game. Not saying nothing about y'all or nothing like that, but honestly, bro, I seen pro game brought a lot of people into the game, and y'all included. But the thing, what you saying tonight is, bro, it take effort for us to continue what we have. And without effort, then who put forth effort? Now, I ain't gonna be disgraceful towards y'all. What y'all talk red boy all day long. But them the thing that y'all like it. It have to take like Tom Garner. He like Eli. Same thing. Y'all got Red Bull. He got Tom Garner. But Mike, man, we know this, bro. Now I talk to you. Now, me and Mo, we get into it. But me, you, we been sociable for I don't know how long. Cause I had, when I had my phone, I lose phone. Then like bullet head throw my phone away and break them up and stuff. I had to find a way to get back to my dog community, which I do love. I don't have no dogs, but bro, I just love it. I love the stories I've been read about in Richard Stratton books, but the most important thing is this, bro. As people ask, like, I can't hate on PBK. When he tell y'all every day you get caught, I'm gonna post you. So it's not about getting caught. It's about how you treat your animals. I see Yellow One out there doing a good job. I see AQ Henry out there. And then Summer Rock Kennels and his brother, they doing a good job with their dogs. You hunting hogs, you go hunt the hog. But then what you saying today, Mo, is like it's brother community. I mean, Mike, what you saying today, man, is brother community. And we don't have that within the community because y'all know I get up, I cut the fuck. I ain't gonna say that. I cut the fuck up because I only believe in Hank dogs and Eli dogs with the art in it, with the damn all the 5 and 1. That's all I believe in. How am I create that again? I can't find no Hank. You see, if I can't find no Hank, how I'm create my line. And so it is all to the chat, man. Y'all be aware, it's not your surroundings, it's about your loved one, how you take care of yourself in life. So, bro, I turns up. Excuse me, Mike. I turns up, bro. The part of my life is turning up is if I turn down, I think I'll be out this world. So to each into their own. Y'all live y'all life how y'all live it, bro. Cause what he's saying tonight is like it's essential. And I'm gonna call names out. I don't mean to be calling they in your face off on Wednesday. They they in your face off. They doing it intentionally. J-Bo and non-stop them gone. Damn, it's wide open. Buck City gonna be Buck City, and him in Pelican Bay. Oh Lord have mercy. Like damn. I don't consider dog channels. I just had 5 and 1 dog, a bulldog. from 90 or 95 to '04. And I know everybody y'all mostly be talking about when you talking about the Midwest. But I don't dig deep into that because my cousins then went on further than me to know who all these people are. And I'm right there with them, but I'm not interested no more. But I'm telling y'all this, bro. You got a lot. We got to solidify ourselves as a community. We got to take ourselves back as a tribe. Every man had a responsibility in a tribe, not no game. Mike, you all right? Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm
Oh,
doing fine. You know, when I get you out of
all
flow,
right, all right.
I just
So,
shut my
so,
mic
so,
down.
well, solidify this. We not in no game. You have to go back to be a tribe to understand what your meaning within it, what your strength within the tribe is. Is you a conditioner? Oh man, yeah. Let's go on Mount Joe. Best condition. Now when he took off, he had the best. He ain't had the best dog. He left his own line, pure Kobe dogs, on top of balls. They go get to Alabama, get some Rudolph. I don't know. Please, somebody bring up that Rudolph blood to me. 'Cause I ain't never know what it was. When he got Rudolph blood and sold one dog and went to made champion. He sold one dog for $20,000 and went to made champion in Ohio on some kind of old ragged ass book. He said, "That's what I do." Jimbo, the last Boyle dog, champion, please believe it, Boyles. My last dog, Iron Man, lost the true colors. So when y'all be talking about dog, it don't matter, bro. It's the dog people that you know. It's how they treat you. Because somebody got online want to talk about that Ram shit. Don't talk about that shit. This shit is not to be talked about live. Cause if you were there, you knew what happened. Them boys won. I don't give a fuck when Nasty was there, whoever was there. They won, and the West Side left. It wasn't never no shootout. It no goddamn what Ram was. So whoever that nigga was talking that shit to me, I don't appreciate that, bro. You wasn't there. He got the video. Yeah, you got the video when they got this shit and left. When they got this shit, you better get the fuck on. Cause what happened was I would not never tell you. When I talk to you about that, I would never tell you niggas. Y'all don't know what be happening in Detroit. And then y'all gave a I cut the stove off. The stove cut off. I been cut it off. You just want to get in my video. But Mike, but Tony Rogers, good guy. But see, they disrespected Doucette and original Bounty Hunter. So I'll be telling y'all every time I came in the chat, that's all I've been representing for 5 or 6 years. Whoever y'all listen to me, I'm 5 and 1. Them were real black breeders in the '80s. When the dope money hit, ain't nobody give a fuck about the old man no more. Ain't give a fuck about no Looney. Ain't give a fuck about no big Ralph. Ain't give a fuck about no big Les. Man, them niggas pass. Them niggas ain't fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? They ain't hurt them niggas because they knew how to breed. They had connections. A lot of goddamn good money. You go down and buy air ferry yard. You go out and buy McCoy yard. So let's not act like we don't know what happened in the goddamn dog game. You've been there. But today, whoever pushing a dog for paper money and all that shit, do that. You got papers, that's good. But the only thing about pushing papers is this. I'm throwing the papers away and burn them out. I'm seeing the dog on me what the paper says. Now I'm right. Then now sitting back to my comment saying to you is this. Hey, bro. It wasn't what I expected in the pedigree. Now, what's wrong with your pedigree? You know, man, shit be shaky in the game, man. But you know, I'm just talking my experience. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I went to Alabama. Bruno, he's going on 2 years in March. He not no. But I know this though. Bruno, he don't take no sacrifice. He sacrificed himself, and that's just a pet to me. That pet to me, you gonna live like I live. You gonna have the same mentality as I do. He don't like people or dogs. Cause when I see people, a lie is so easy to fucking tell, and a mouth will say anything. But
Yep.
my dog would know. Hey, do what you gonna do. Let's do it. So man, go ahead with your show. We can get back in the chat and curse these
Yes,
people
sir.
out, bro. You
Go.
know.
Hey, yo, go get him, Mad Doctor. Mad Doctor, you know, I always
No,
appreciate when
no,
you
no,
come
no,
by, man.
no. I appreciate you letting me in because y'all be Mo be kicking me out all the time and all that. Shut up and mute me. But that's us, bro. That's us, bro.
I be
They
trying to tell
don't
you,
know,
Mo.
bro.
I be trying to tell you, Mo, y'all should go back to the phone. Because y'all be on the phone doing that shit. It's not, this ain't the phone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be going at it.
Man,
So,
bro.
but you
When we
will
used
dog
to
it,
talk,
bro.
hey, back in the day when we used to talk about different things, I would not never say on the chat. When we used to talk about different things in life, you say y'all from Michigan too. I represent that part of your life, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm talking about. I represent that part. And so me and Mo, we gonna battle because he love red boy. I like pink. I like Dibo dogs. And give me a touch of Zebo with a Dibo in it. Straight Dibo. Now all the eat and give me some Eli. Dibo and Eli. That's all I'm rolling with, bro.
Hey, look, you gotta let me get back to this right quick. I got
All
some
right,
people I gotta
go
get
ahead to
in.
your show,
Hey,
bro. Go
look,
ahead to your show. Get back in the
hey,
chat, nigga.
hey, appreciate
Much respect. Bye. Bye.
much love. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my Twan Raw. I see you, fam. Big shout out to Tier Tier Trio Lip Trot. Welcome to the Shark Tank, fam. I see you. What else I got down here? I got a couple more I'm trying to get down to before I get back to my conversation here. Tribal 030. Tribal. Tribal. Man, I be butchering that shit. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm so sorry. Big shout out to Chambers. Chambers Larry. What up, Mr. Chambers? Let's see what else I got down here. Had a couple people coming in a little late around there. Let me see. Got the insane model. Dorian Souls. I see you, fam. Tony. What up, fam? Let me see. I think I got everybody right there. Hey, y'all, look, I got that link down there if anybody want to come up and address anything, get it off your chest. It is always open and available. My man, Mr. Chambers said, gentlemen, you remember what I just said and all of the stuff he's talking about giving him, I don't know, so I was going to breed a little bit or am I wrong? Let me go back and see here. Because I remember what you said, Mr. Chambers. Well, look, when it come down to the wrong or right thing, man, and again, this is being real about shit. You know, when your mom or your dad or they used to tell you to don't do something, and then you just go, you have to make up your mind. You know you ain't supposed to do it, but you're gonna do it anyway. You made the decision to do what you just did, and if that decision hurts you, then you have to accept the fact that not only was you told, but then you knew better and you did it anyway. Okay, those are the things that I be looking at because those are the realistic things that life gonna hand you. Because a lot of the things we do in life are based off the decisions we make. And when it comes down to these damn bulldogs, there's no more bigger decisions than the decisions that you make for yourself, your family, and your dog. So when it go wrong, you automatically have to accept that wrong. we always praising the things that we always look for praise or some type of accomplishments, when you got to do something right, but you don't never want to hear nobody have shit about when you do something wrong. I mean, especially when you done something and I told him not to do that. I told him not to go mess with them people over there. He just hard headed. He don't listen. And then you really can't get mad, because if that's the truth, then let the truth be what it is. Sometimes you don't like to hear it, but you have to accept it for what it is, keeping it real. And hopefully it's those type of things that, help you in the future, because those type of things are hard to forget. You know, Sometimes it pays to fall off the bike 3 or 4 times, you know, especially when you got to keep getting back on it and keep trying to ride it. But sooner or later, them bruises is going to heal up and you're going to find yourself not falling off the bike. But some things you're going to have to find yourself keep getting knocked upside the head and beat up until you realize either you're going to get this part right or you're going to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's going to boil down to. You're going to get it right or you're going to leave it alone. So that's my feelings on the right and wrong when it comes down to what what people think and how you feel, because I think how you feel is always supposed to matter. Because if I'm gonna be wrong about something, let me be the one be wrong. Let me be wrong. Okay, I'm going to accept. Let me have that. Let me own that. But anything other than that, I try not to get too far into it, because yeah, a lot of people say a lot of shit. But this bulldog game, it for me, from in my time, I learned and I watched the best at it. And I mean, these were just normal people. I don't know what they did in their personal life, but I know in their bulldog life, these people we talk about, they real people. And and you learn to respect the bulldog game by watching some of these people. You know, I always talk about Mr. T and McNasty, because McNasty was always the loud one. But it's it's kind of like you might not like him, and he was already a big dude, but his brother Mr. T, come on, man. He was the quietest one, but he was the dangerous one. So regardless of what his brother over there talking, I mean, you really gonna have to let that man talk unless you plan on trying to check him and his brother. And I used to just sit back and just, be like, damn, I wonder if that's how I look. Because, Mo will go off sometimes and I don't say nothing to no, but I just sit back, but you might say the wrong thing and you might see me clock out, and I got a lot of that by watching them, because it helped me control myself by watching how Mr. T used to do things. He was really, really quiet, but you really had to step over that line, where you just went too far, you just start believing in yourself too much, because he was fixing to shrink you into a little ball once he got started. Because whatever that came out of his brother's mouth, McNasty's mouth, wasn't going to be nothing compared to what was fitting to come across your physical body by the time T got done with you. So it was kind of one of which role do you want to play? You want to be over there arguing with McNasty and get disrespectful and watch his brother come over there and beat the shit out of you? Or you just sit back and just keep it like cordial because his brother's in the room and how his brother is, So you learn people, throughout this whole entire game. I never threw our relationships into a big basket and clumped everybody together. I think our success basically came by how we dealt with each individual group of people. And I think that's what matters. I feel like we didn't have to change for nobody if we just stay who we are, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a chance if you let me in your circle. I'm going to know who you are, you know. And it reminds me of a story about somebody telling me about something that Maurice Carver did. They happened to be at a show one day and they seen Maurice. And, Carver, yeah, I got this big old yard and this big ass nice house and everything. Come on down and stay with me over the weekend. And the dude took him up on the offer. And then he didn't let Maurice know he was coming. He just happened to just show up. He said Maurice came on out there with his jammies on and his cowboy boots and his hat on. And the man said he was riding down through the driveway and he was like, "Damn, this long driveway." And by the time he pulled up to the crib and it was small and everything, and he came out and he didn't even address the fact that what Maurice had told him wasn't what he ran into, what he seen. But he kept that to himself, and he had an enjoyable moment with Maurice Carver. But that's one of them funny stories that we all know Maurice. If you knew Maurice and you read the stories about him, you knew he was a gangster. You knew he lied about every damn thing, not just papers, everything. Any dealings, that's just who Maurice Carver was. But it wasn't what you gonna argue about. His yard wasn't like you thought it was. His house wasn't what he said it was. And then you at this man's house, you're gonna argue about what he said. He said he never brought it up. And it was one of his most memorable moments with Maurice Carver. He couldn't believe any and everything that came out of his mouth, because that's the impression that Maurice left on him. But it wasn't enough for him to get back in his car and leave Maurice's yard. That's the point I'm trying to make. He learned how to just keep that thought to himself and respected the man enough to know. And look how much he probably learned from that man on that date. I hear you back in there, Mo.
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting to get on.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
I want to take him on a trip. Hey, y'all. I'm telling y'all now. I'm going to do this tonight. I'm going to turn y'all on to something tonight. And hopefully this will get my cash app to ticking again. Y'all been real slow on the cash app for me. I know I need help. I can't walk around here. I still got to feed my animals and shit. But I think I start giving out some jewels, little jewels to feed y'all. But y'all going to like this one. Y'all going to like this. Y'all going to learn something. I'm going to teach y'all something today. Maybe that'll get y'all to sending me some help. But hey, today I want to just go over this thing here, and it's going to be very important to y'all. I want y'all to get your pens or get your numbers and start marking off shit in the time so y'all can go back and snatch it up. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start off on some real good shit here. Yep, can y'all see that? Mike, did it show up? I think it's up there.
Yeah, I can see it. Just wonder could you blow it up a little?
Let me see if I can blow it up some more.
Yeah, them little three. There you go. You hit it one more time. You might get a little bit more out of it. There you go.
All right, guys. This is some good reading. This is some good reading. And take notes. Now, they got some of these big words up in here and stuff, but there's going to be a lot of information. And y'all see where it's at. See, if y'all want to go find it, it's hard to get there, but once you get there, you be straight. But this right here, it'll be some good information for you. We're going to start. I'm going to do the best I can with the words, so I don't be up there tripping on my spellings. But I want to start this off. It says there are, as we all know, differences in the biochemical makeup between dogs and humans. Dogs, for example, don't sweat, and dogs have a tougher digestive system. Genetically, they are scavengers that can survive on less nutrition. But there are important similarities. Just one example is creatine. Creatine is now one of the most popular substances used by all world-class athletes, including bodybuilders and football players. It was discovered at the turn of the 20th century, but not popularized until Bob Fitz created the Unipro that changed to peak performance. Peak performance so many canine athletes used in the 1980s. Now it is animal naturals. But I have been out of the loop for a long time and know nothing about animal natural products, except I have every confidence that, as is always been the case the last 20 years, I am sure they are ahead of their time. Introduced to the athletic world, including myself, I am quite familiar with all the hoopla about Bob and his products. I can tell the reader from my own personal experiences. For decades, the critics are full of baloney. Back then, I knew some of the world-renowned dog fighters. The reader would know the names. Used to denigrate the peak performance. Yeah, y'all remember the peak performance, y'all old timers? Telling everybody it's hard on the dog digestion. It can be if fed incorrectly and in excess, which many were prone to do. No good for canine athlete performance. Making a long tube short. What's this say? You see this word? My pronarium as a journalist for our breed has always been to listen, but keep my own teeth closed. What those top dog men didn't know is that I also knew on a first name basis some of the breeders who were distributors of the products. Bob used to choose breeders with a large yard in different regions and sell the products to them at wholesale for them to market as distributors. And I knew that those dogmen who had all those bad things to say, insisting the products did not work, purchased them by case for themselves and used them on a big scale. I saw the invoices. They just didn't want others to have that edge. All the sports nutrition products in the world are absolutely no value if you don't have something that is game and has the ability to work with. But when you do, with two dogs of otherwise equality, they give an edge, a very deciding edge. Most readers know that I have never been a dog fighter, and I don't say that to satisfy some legal attorney. It is gospel. I found out the hard way back in the 1970s when the sport was at best flying lower than a speeding ticket. A fine lower than a speeding ticket. That to bring a dog in exactly on weight, ready to perform the most demanding sport on earth. That it involves a whole ball game beyond what those who are not real players realize. But I knew how human martial artists train for battle and what it takes for maximum health and strength. I did then, and I do now. Been involved, studying it for a half a century now, 50 years. I have always done my own experimentation. What I tried on my dogs, I use myself. I think always to have upgrade. Dogs upgrade and their training upgrade. I think the serious dogman must keep up with the latest in sports nutrition. For those who want it, here is what is new today. New in terms of engineering maximum muscle and endurance and energy. Energy is the operative word here. Muscle adds weight, but my view is that if it's mainstream and it is not tight, then it is protective. Okay. And got my glasses here, y'all. I lost it. Take the dog stifle. If the dog is a catch dog and a bad news boar repeatedly nails him in the stifle, it can sure hamper. Muscle won't prevent the damage done, but it sure will migrate it. The same is true in the human martial world. I train and condition my legs so that while a trained multi can buckle me, it takes more on me than most, and few sports karate fighters can bother my legs. I'm saying muscle is not a pancreas, but it protects. I used to keep very lean. Muscle uses oxygen, and large muscle is tight muscle. That is why world-class boxers are lean. And those who look impressive, like Evander Holyfield, lack endurance and cannot be effective finishers if the bout is prolonged. That said, I am multi-trained, mixed martial, if you will, and grappling emulates what a catch dog does. The catch dog is not boxing, he is grappling. And son, that will drain any boxer. Since it happened for decades, so I now train for protective muscle and power as well as endurance. You need it all or lose a defining margin, especially at my age. If someone gets me in an armbar, a skinny, fast, but weak arm is detrimental. When wrestling around in a hot, humid swamp with a bald hog, a pit better have endurance or the hog will wear him down. That has to be a given for, however. In addition, the dog must have strength and power to prevail if the hog is a bad one. The ability to continue when cut to pieces and losing fluids fast comes from more than aerobatic endurance. I am saying you have to consider the trade-off. Muscle is dense and heavy. Big muscles take up oxygen much faster than lean muscle. But the ideal is a balance so that you have protective power muscle with endurance. I mean, the catch dog had better have lasting endurance and beyond, okay. Hold on, I got lost. And beyond, though, because he ain't running no marathon. He is pushing around his own weight. If the reader doesn't think that drains energy much quicker than running a marathon or engaging in sprints, try this. Put your own weight on a barbell and go for 100 squats for say 5 minutes. Set the barbell down and grab a heavy sandbag and wrestle around with it for another 5 minutes. Then do some push-ups with a weight backpack and do heel repeats with the weighted backpack. You get the picture? Now run for 5 minutes, or even sprint 5 minutes, or even engage in heel repeats without the weight and not proceed by doing the squats. Compare, you'll see the pushing your own weight around just to your energy bank. What if you had to do that for a half an hour or longer? I think every man who is involved in canine athletics should try that experiment. Then the next time you are tempted to shortcut even just a little your dog's preparation, you can see you are not justified in looking down on the dog who appears to lack game. But I'm serious, really. Try the squat, weighted push-up, weighted heel repeat program. Do it until you are dizzy. Your legs feel like rubber and your mind tries to tell you that you can't do another rep. Do another rep. Keep going. That will tell you more than 1,000x 8,000 words. For free, you need to do for your dog. You'll be a much better trainer for it. Okay, before I move on, let's talk about that for a minute, y'all. Let's talk about what he's talking about. I'm going to keep this page up so y'all can pull out some of the things that you may want to snatch up out of here, especially little pointers that he was making pertaining to the lean muscle and the strength muscle. You know, that's one of those things, even when you sit there and we talk about it, you know, when I talk about it, you know, when I talk about, you know, that fast twitch muscle compared to that weight pulling muscle, I'm always talking about that twitch muscle. You know, if I'm going to be pulling them weights, I'm going to be pulling them running compared to digging in with the extra heavy weights and bulking up. That's one of those points that he was making. Okay? Now, back in the day, I think a lot of us old timers can tell you about the peak performance. You know, that peak performance was pretty good. And like he said, it's got different names, you know, for those who want to. That's why I didn't jump off of that. You know, to catch some of this stuff, like the product it is now, I'm trying to find it. But they got some nice products out there. You know, and remember what he said about creatine. You know, creatine is very important. You see, it says creatine is now one of the most popular substances used by all world-class athletes. You see, now it's called animal naturals, okay? Animal naturals. Yeah, y'all need to look that up, because if you learn about the peak performance and know how to use it, it used to work good, especially for guys that was using roids, you know? You know, I use peak performance. You know? That was one of them things. And you did about for the work. You know, like I said, I used to put my dog on the meal, and by the time peak week came, I was on the meal for 3 hours. I don't care how you run it, you're just gonna be up there for 3 hours nonstop. And throughout them 3 hours, I'm gonna push you, then I'm gonna let you rest, but you can't stop. I care if you walk it a little bit, but you ain't gonna stop. And then I got into the electric mill and knew where it came to a point where I had control. You know? And so I knew how to push a dog, you know, with that weight collar on, with that weight harness on. And, you know, I didn't do a whole lot of walking on that electric mill. I did a whole lot of sprinting. You know, I didn't build him up to that shit. I come right in and get that mug of whining and get it right on up there to that maximum speed while I can. You know what I'm saying? And get him running at a very fast pace. You know, with the weights on, building it. But I'm dealing with a different type of muscle. Remember that. I'm dealing with a totally different type of muscle. You know, I'm not dealing with the muscle that dig in and drag that weight across the floor. I'm dealing with a muscle that's being stretched. You know what I'm saying? And it's requiring a whole lot of oxygen. You know, and you have to be able to understand that when you're doing it to the dog, so you can, if you understand why you're doing it to the dog and what you're doing to the dog, then you should be able to treat your dog to fix what you're tearing up. Because what you're doing, you're tearing it up, just giving him the right nutrition will help build it up and build it up quicker so you can continue building on the work that you're putting in. Now, I want to just jump ahead of all that. I just want to stay on that little area right there where, guys, you got to first understand why you're doing it. If you can understand why you're doing it, how you going to fix what you're doing. So before you go into tearing up something, don't you think you need to know how to fix it? Don't tear it up, then try to learn how to fix it. You know what I mean? Learn how to fix it before you tear it up. Because when you're in the keep, that's all you're doing through the whole keep. You're constantly tearing up, constantly repairing, and the whole time you're repairing, the quicker you can repair, the stronger and better it is, because the body is going to adapt. It's going to adapt to what you're doing to it. As long as you give it the things that it needs to repair itself, it'll build. That's how guys get out there in the gym and just push, and they're looking so big. Who gonna want these big ass dudes? But they get so caught up in looking at themselves and, you know, and getting carried away to the point that they just get ultimately too big. You know what I'm saying? You know, all they can do now to whoop your ass is this, once they get their hands on you, you're through. But you know what I'm saying? That's the best thing I can tell you about real big dudes. We used to have them in the Corps. And one thing a big dude did not have to run into was a little scrawny ass little guy like me that could move around. And, you know, I ain't going to be having you run up on me and grabbing me and swinging me like a rag doll. You know, and back in boot camp, them drill instructors used to stick us on them type of dudes. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. But I learned one thing that I learned coming from the city. I know how to wrestle. And I can stay out your way. And regardless of how you try to rush me and get up on me, I'm going to get around you. The worst thing you want to do, though, is let me slide up behind you, get up around that neck and head. I wouldn't give a damn how big you is and how strong you are trying to get down there in between my arms while I got that mug locked around your neck. I'm going to bring you to the floor. And you have to be able to do it quick. You ain't got much time. You ain't got much time. You better lock in there and make sure that when you get there, boy, you better be acting like you better hurry up and lock it in. Because you ain't got much time. Man going to be way too big. He going to be probably slamming you against the wall, doing backflips and everything. But believe me, the more he moves, the tighter it gets, the quicker he going to go to sleep. So my advice on let's start off with just the creatine and the understanding of what he was saying as far as beating up the body. Beating the body up. That's what y'all heard him saying, right? Learning how to beat the body up, but don't go beating the body up if you don't know how to repair it. And so many guys, like you said, look, the big guys getting all the product, you know, and they using it on their yard, but they telling everybody it ain't shit. But they don't want everybody having that shit. They want to be like who didn't want to have the edge? That's why didn't nobody run around talking about steroids. Because who gonna tell the truth? Steroids wasn't one of them things you talk about. You would assume everybody out there use them. I mean, only ones that ain't is the ones that can't because they don't know how. You know, and a lot of them feel like they didn't need it. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of great dogs had that shit in them. Don't never let nobody lie to you now. No, I guarantee you ain't going to hear no great dog, man. You might hear somebody who has some decent dogs, but you ain't going to hear none of these great-ass dogs be hollering, I ain't never did no steroids. You know, I can say that about Jigget because I know he didn't use them. You know, I know Snipe, you know. He ain't use them, but he had a killer. Roy don't do this to your dog. The damn dog was a killer before he got a Roy. before he didn't need no roids. Probably would. I don't know what he would have been like if he had been on roids. But a dog like that didn't need no roids. You know, just because I'm on roids don't mean that I can be the killer. You know? So just know, because you on this shit, and you can be the greatest conditioner in the world. You know, if you want a badass dog, you know, just know that, you know you just on a good dog. My advice would be, back then would be, bring a good dog, knowing that at any given time, you gotta be allowed to be facing a badass dog. So always try to bring the best. That's why I used to always say, you know, I'm putting the best on my yard, because shit, if you putting the best on the best, that's like a free match. That's like a free show on my yard that I get a chance to put 2 damn good dogs on it, because this has been somebody else's dog, and I'm in a match with one of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So one of them gonna lose. One of them gonna lose, because that's how I put them down, because that's the only time I get a chance to see it for free. Anything after that gonna be out there on the circuit. So when those good dogs did go down, hey, you gotta understand, it didn't have nothing to do with no keep. It didn't have nothing to do with nobody not in shape. You know, it's just, you know, finding out the truth. And finding out, you know, what dog is worthy of getting out there, giving you a chance to win. Now put the work in that one. Don't take nothing away from the one that went down and, you know, and made it back to the chain. You know, gamers will bring you back to the chain. Gamers will put you back on the yard where you ain't got to do nothing else. You know, good dogs that don't make it don't go nowhere on my yard. I try to hold on to them, you know. And they can live out their whole life. A game dog that didn't make it, he might even get bred. You know, as long as I got them winners, though, you know, he's still in the back of the yard waiting on somebody to, you know, bring him a bitch. Because there's so many other dogs ahead of him. I wouldn't put them down because they lost to a good dog. Because shit, them dogs go right out there in the circuit and go out there and win. So, you know, what he did, it just showed me how good the dog was to be.
Hey, Mo, Redman was a good example of that.
Oh, yeah.
Redman was a great example of that. You know? And actually won. I know he won too. Now, they say he did pick up his championship before he got taken. But he was a great example of that right there. Great dog. You know?
Yeah, that cock diesel sassy breed.
Yeah. He was a badass dog.
Yeah, cock diesel sassy.
You put him on the chain. You put him on my yard.
Mm-hmm.
No. We're going to save him. We're going to keep him. And then I remember when you gave him the old boy, and I was like, okay, so Redman getting another home.
Yeah, Duke got it. Remember?
Yep. And went out and won too.
Yep. And he had some puppies that was winning. He had one named Scarback. I know Scarback. Scarback won too, but they was off of Redman. He don't even know how the bottom was. He just bred him. And got 2 puppies, and both of them turned out to be winners. But yeah, that was still Mayday bred back in the sassy. Cock Diesel bred the sassy. Cock Diesel was off of Mayday and Champion Sugar. That both like Champion Sugar. So yeah, them dogs turned out to be nice. But hey, let's get back on this conditioning thing, y'all. Hey, Mike, I'm gonna check the chat and see if anybody got any questions and shit before I go on, because I want to go on one more category down. You know, I just want to make sure that they see this. Anybody needs to take a little quick note on some of this little thing. There's some major little things in there. And understand it. Y'all see where it's at. Y'all see the link. I'm gonna be going through turning y'all on to some of this stuff. I'm gonna go back down through some of my old stuff and bring up the wormers and bring up the flea shit and just little things that a lot of guys don't be knowing. So look for me to be doing that in the near future. Okay, let me come back over here in the chat room for a minute. Stop my sharing here for a second. Let me see. Canine Super Fuel and Canine Go Dog. Lineage sells all that. What you speaking on? Hey, that's a good thing, man. I be buying my, I used to buy my weight harnesses and my weight collars and my sleeves and all that, all my training stuff from Lineage, bro. Yeah, I've been a Lineage man for down near 30 years, man. Down near 40.
Longer than that, because the Dogmen Pinchers used to have the shit.
Yeah. And Leesburg was the ones that I used in my case. Remember that they magazine, Mike, when it talked about aggressive dogs and tying out an aggressive dog and tie out an aggressive dog, he won't be aggressive. Yeah, they have some good information. They got good training stuff over there, and they got some good bulldog stuff. To me, to this day, I still buy my weighted harnesses and weighted collars from them, to this day. And my sleeves. Okay, let me see where we at. Hey, what's it called now? K9 Super Fuel and K9 Go Dog. Y'all need to write that down. Cause this shit really works when you're dealing with even with show dogs. If I was running up a wall, I would be doing a lot of good stifle work, but I would be doing a lot of down sprint work, coming off the line. There's certain things and how you want to train your dog to do certain things. If I got one, I'm gonna be treadmill racing, then he might be on the electric mill sprinting like a motherfucker. Right? That's all I'm doing. He might not get in no more than 15 minutes of work, but them 15 minutes of work, I'm gonna have him going faster that damn mill. Let me get him out there to drive. So when I put him on that regular mill, and I take that weight off of him and put him on that treadmill, let him run, I might win the treadmill contest. You know what I mean? But there's different type of conditioning for different type of sports. I know that's how I would do my treadmill, my treadmill runner. I throw his ass on that damn electric mill and have his ass sprinting. And that's what he sprint like this every day. 15-minute sprint. Oh, yeah. Because he's going to get better. Confirmation. Confirmation is more or less like I would do more agility work. A whole lot of chasing the damn flirt pole so you can build up that frame. When you're doing confirmation, you got to build the frame. Once you build your frame, everything else gonna start coming together. Because you don't gotta pull them down as tight as we bring them in. You know what I mean? I like a good conditioned dog, and when you got a good conditioned dog, you see it down. You see the muscle, covering the rib cage. You can literally see the muscle on the rib cage. You get them three little humps going across the back. With no hips, but nothing but muscle up in them, you can win a couple confirmation shows looking like that, looking like a Frisco. You know what I mean? So, what
Hey,
we're gonna do?
let me get a good shout out to my man, Game Dog University in the house. What up, fam? He the reason I wanted to bring him up because that little sample that he sent us reminded me about, how people was talking shit about they supplement, right?
Right.
And we tried it, and I'm sitting here thinking, now how can people, if somebody knew what they was doing and they using this shit, how could they be talking shit on this shit? Remember, your thing was, man, what the hell is in it? You know what I mean? You wanted ingredients because you want to understand what you was putting in the dog, but using it the way he said use it and how we used it, you got to admit, man, that's a badass supplement right there.
Oh, it had your dog looking good as shit now.
Yes, it did.
You're right about that. It definitely had your dog looking good. And it did work.
That's why I laughed about this article that you just wrote, and Game Dog just happened to pop up, and I just started like, well, here we done use his shit, and we co-sign the shit, and we don't usually co-sign shit. But hell, he gave it to us to try, and we came back and we gave our submission on how we felt about it. And so that made me just think about how people was talking shit on his shit, and I'm just thinking, well, maybe they probably buying more shit than just a little bit. What you thinking?
Right.
Yeah, they don't want nobody else on that shit. That's probably why,
But I can bet you a lot of those people that did use it, not understanding what they were giving their dog, but they followed directions. One thing about it, that shit did work. It definitely did work. I see he threw a pedigree up there. Let me see what he got. He got Grand Channel Rosario's Dirty Harry. Okay, I'm gonna put it up there.
We ain't never used the shit that Tom got out there, but Tom got some good products, and I seen a whole lot of people that's using it.
Yeah, he got a good product too now.
Yeah. I heard a lot of good. Well, have we seen Super Kennels buy a whole bunch of shit while we was up there, right? So for them to be using it, it had to be about something. My man Sabir said, the probiotic powder, yes, sir. I get the magazine monthly, plus they have trainer videos to you. No, they also list the best Malinois to purchase. Yeah. Okay.
Man, I got a Malinois that I call the Mayday of the Malinois. He's 6 years old now. He done had 12 puppies out of him since he been with me. And every single one of them motherfuckers that eat your ass up. And to have a good one, to have Malinois, I think they all have the genetics, but they're like bulldogs. There's levels to this shit. A good Malinois is, to me, they got better. You got a better chance dealing with a damn Malinois than you got dealing with a bulldog. And that's the truth. And the reason why I say that is because a Malinois job is easy when it comes to fighting a human. But you got to be a game Malinois because, people who don't want to go to jail or get hurt, they will try to fight a damn dog. I just seen a couple of them try to fight one. You know what I mean? Be kicking and knocking the hell out that damn dog. But guess what? I've seen so many of them figure out that they will concede. A couple of them bites to the thighs, a couple of that grabbing on that hand or grabbing up on that arm. Lord knows I don't want him to get up under your arm or up in your chest, that chest cavity where they get around that chest. And believe me, that a good game Malinois will do that. I know mine will. I like mine getting resistance. I like when to be kicking and hitting him and shit, and let's see if he cut out. Because that's what his daddy did. His daddy was a ring dog, and in that what is it when they be talking that French shit? Yeah, a girl trained hers with that French ring shit. And over there, they be knocking the shit out of dogs. You can see them, they be curling out police dogs. I mean, literally curling them out with a water jug, with a milk jug on their hand. They have a milk jug, like a handle, like a milk jug on their hands. And you just cut your dog loose and they get the welling on his ass, kicking the shit out of him and hitting him with the milk, with the milk cartons. The motherfuckers, when they turn, because they start hitting. They start trying to contain instead of attack. They ain't diving in there, after a couple of them little whacks across the rib cage or across that head, shit, you ought to see them damn German Shepherds. Malinois, he like a bulldog. You hit him a couple times, one damn thing for damn sure. He gonna be biting you in places that you ain't got no pads. You gonna be like calling him. Y'all gonna be calling somebody to go ahead and get him. Cause the Malinois ain't no dummy. Yeah, he know how to run in there, but he's still a pack animal. A Malinois, a good attack Malinois is a smart dog. He'll figure you out quicker than you'll figure him out. And that's just because we test our dogs. I mean, when I say we test them. And Chaos's daddy was tested, and these dogs right here was tested. So yeah, good Malinois. Yeah, Learburg has some good ones. But I think I was just lucky enough to get a good one from somebody who really, they actually raised their dog for the sport of fighting people. When you fighting people, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? And when I say they be fighting people, yeah, they be really fighting people. Some people be knocking the shit out them dogs.
Yeah, they even had that one with that little rubber hose or that PVC pipe.
Yeah, they be whacking their ass with it.
We whacking the shit out of them. You try that shit with Chaos, he gets madder. He be at your chest and your throat.
Don't forget them thighs. He be like, okay. Yeah, you're going to be beating the shit out of me on them thighs, but I guarantee you by the time I get down in there and get to shaking your ass, you'll be beating me from the ground. Sure won't be running around with that.
Yeah, no. Because he big, though. He a big Malinois.
Yeah, that's because I take care of you. That's how that be. You got good ones like that. You better take care of them. You want to keep them big. Not fat. Just big.
Hey, let me give a big shout out to my man Carlos Reyes. I see you, fam.
Hey, y'all want me to pull this pedigree up while I got it up? Y'all want me to pull it up?
Go ahead, pull it up, Mo.
I got it here. Let me check it out. It's a good one.
Hey, Mo, didn't you have access to a Bushwick bill, a mail off of him?
Yeah, I had he up in Ohio. He a son off of Bushwick Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a son off of Bushwick Bill.
My man Sabri he was doing. I just put his comment up there.
Yeah, I mean he got. I know that dog is Bushwick Bill on the top, and the daughter came off the champion in the bottom. El Negro. With Bushwick Bill on the top and El Negro on the bottom.
Yeah.
Second generation. Hey, y'all see this pedigree here? Grand champion Rosario's Dirty Harry.
Two-time best in show.
Mm-hmm. Rosario's Grand Jane too. But you know who, Mike? Remember Rosario?
Yeah.
The one that had the gator bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember he took that same bitch and bred her to bred them mate to and had them good ass dogs. And then remember he had another one. He had a little bitch. He ran over there and bred to he had a red boy bitch, and he bred to that dog that Chance. That boy, one thing he did, he got around and he bred some good, he made some good ass breeds, you know what I mean?
Got some good dogs out of that, because that's why he kept coming back.
Yeah, that's why I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this was him here. Yeah, he's a little Mexican dude. A little, I don't know, he was Cuban, Mexican, or Puerto Rican. But he used to go around and he used to breed this shit. You know, all of his dogs damn near came off of champions. He had the Gator bitch off of champion Gator and Lumpy. He had one of them. That's the one he bred the mate to, produced Brick and them, mama. So I wonder if that's him there, because these are the kind of dogs he messed with, that Jeep shit. Jeep and Red Boy. This is a nice bred dog here. You know, I'm trying to remember when I was looking in the game, Jane, but I thought, you know, I ran across a match report that she had lost one. Somebody help me on that. And I'm going to try to see if I can find it, but I could have swore I ran across Game Jane losing a match. I think she was picked up game 2. But she was definitely had to be a game dog, because Tommy Boy sure as hell. And then look at it off of Chinaman. Chinaman snooty bread shit.
Wasn't Tommy Boy's mama named Game Jane?
Yeah, that's who she was off of.
Okay.
Same dog. That's the dog right there, Game Jane.
Yeah, that was because I know Tommy Boy was a game motherfucker. For real. I ain't getting that nothing from that dog when they talking about game.
I'm trying to see if this is her little May sister. Cause I'm thinking that Harley was her daddy. I'm thinking. I might be wrong. But I'm gonna go see. Old Tom Boy. One thing I can say about Tommy, she was game as hell. Yep, but I tell you.
That's her. Yep, that's Tommy
her.
Boy right there.
Yep.
That's her.
Yeah, she was a good one. She was nothing compared to everybody thought she was from trying to kill her, because she met a killer. You know what I mean, Mike?
Yeah, she did. That day she ran into a killer.
She ran into a killer. But that killer didn't mean shit to her. She was game as hell. Look, somebody got Tommy Boy down as POR. Come on, y'all. Now, y'all see that? Tommy ain't had one damn litter. Not one. Not one puppy was on the ground off of Tom Boy. They got her down here. Look at POR. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. We know that didn't happen.
No. She didn't have not one puppy. And that's not a bad breed in there either. It's an old one. And, you know, I'm always worried of those guys, you know, that take shit overseas and disappear with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then claim that they got sperm off of them. No, especially these guys right here. That's what I'm talking about. See, I mean, if these boys really got a sperm bank, they probably got the most, well, I would say, the gold mine of the dog game. Gold mine. If these dudes really got sperm off the dogs that they be claiming they got, and the lines of dogs that they done picked up sperm with, you know, and got them in a sperm bank, you know, I ain't never been able to get in touch with them to even see if it was really legit, because, you know, I've never even got a hold of them. I've actually checked, you know, to get up with them. I know they ain't Americans. I think they're over there near the Russia or somewhere around in that area. But young boys got a lot of badass bred dogs. If they legit, like, you know, like this dog here, you know, and they got sperm off of them and shit, that would be a good thing. My thing is, are they legit? I've never seen nothing where I could get in touch with them. The same with them Central Coast dudes. You know, they be having some nice ass dogs, but you know, all that great shit, and you're out here promoting it and shit, but you know, how do we get up with you just to see? You know, that would be my question. Okay, I got another pedigree coming up, guys. Somebody just sent this one in. Here go another one.
Don't forget to get a name, because I see my man Sabir put up one. Just wanted to make sure we get them all situated.
Well, who was that I just done?
I think that was Bulldog University.
Bulldog University, yeah, I mean, and that's a good one for us out there too, y'all. Look at these people, you know, try to get contact with some of this stuff. You know, it'd be good to get contact. Like them and them coast, Central Coast. If them dudes was legit, like really for real, man, come on now. How many we be doing like carpools, putting our money together, because you know the sperm gonna cost some dollars. Ain't nothing cheap. Especially when it's good. Okay, that's the same pedigree.
Well, you end up going back because I think the other one didn't pull up.
Let me see.
Or was that the same number? Yeah.
No, this other one I got is 84. Okay, there you go. Now I can tell you this top half, they down there, they down there definitely over the border. But them was some damn good dogs up there.
Yeah, see that Invicto.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, these dogs here, they starting to slide back into the country. They slide back into the country. I see your Bobby Hall down there. That's Bobby Hall. I'm trying to remember Bobby Hall's dog, man. The one he used to have, that little compact bitch. That what was her name? I know y'all. I know somebody. I know somebody gonna say it. You know, he was down there all the. You know, every time the journal came out, you know, I would see him on there holding that bitch. But boy, I think that was his bread and butter.
Talking about Bobby Hall?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember that. Boobs, Miss Boobs.
Miss Boobs.
Miss Boobs. That was her name, Miss Boobs. You know, I always wanted to get me a dog off of him. You know, because I really wanted to know if Miss Boobs was really, you know, producing. Or was she a selling product, you know? That he definitely kept a lot of dogs off her. And I actually seen Miss Boob in a pedigree of a badass dog before. So you can't sleep on them. Okay, this one I got up right now is I guess I went down into there and did some jumping around. Y'all can say what y'all want about Tom and his time gone and shit.
Now, did they come off the top or the bottom of the paper you just?
I think I got this off the top.
Okay. Because you see how he doing shit. You can see what he doing already because we just came off of the game James shit, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see you, Sabir. Yeah, I see you. But you know, old boy up in Cleveland, he's primarily, and being that you mentioned that, Sabir, we got another yard that has these same type of dogs that you're talking about. The same type of dogs you're showing us. Believe it or not, we have dogs almost just like these dogs on the ground in Ohio. And you're gonna find a lot more people doing it because of the success that they're actually having with these type of dogs. Now, remember, we're not back in our time now. We're back in the now. So we can't tell you if they would have these type of dogs and make it based on our past. But I can truly say they have the attitudes and they have the bodies, and that intensity is phenomenal. And they got mouth. They got hella mouth. So if you keep it right and keep it tight, it's going to be the same shit that you had way back then. It's basically no different. It's just now that you're bringing that Jeep up closer. But then Jeep is already Eli. So that's why I kind of like, after all these years, that shit's still working, Mo.
Yeah.
Even in the now, we're looking at it for ourselves. Because, man, you done had this conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I like that Gardner's Trout Railboy. They can slip on that motherfucker all they want. They better get some of that blood. I mean, that blood right there, it works with the Gardner shit. You know what I'm saying? There ain't too many dogs that I've seen outside of St. Benedict's Bailey and that Trout Railboy dog. That them are dogs that I can tell y'all I've seen champions off of those dogs. I've seen St. Benedict's Bailey's champion, and I've seen that goddamn dog that Gardner's Trout Railboy. I've seen dogs off of him. I actually seen 2 champions off of him, Gardner Champ Railboy dog. So, and they cross in the Gardner dogs, I've seen them all cross. So that Railboy cross, it definitely a smoker now. It's definitely a smoker.
That is true.
I'm looking at the pedigree saying, okay, how would you breed it? Are you gonna double up on the red boy, or are you gonna double up on the Gardner? I would go to red boy first. I ain't gonna lie to you. I double up on the red boy before I double up on the Gardner, and let the Gardner be my out. That's my 3 in 1 out. When you go back into the red boy, I can guarantee you, next time you make the next breed, you know what I mean? Breed her into a tight Gardner dog and put the red boy out and then compare. You got 2 litters off the same bitch bred one way, another. You got 3 in out, 1 out on this end. You got 3 in, 1 out on that end. Which one's going to give you the better dogs? Just make the right crosses, with the right dogs.
Yeah, that's one hell of a foundation to have to be experimenting on your yard, ain't it? Right,
because when you do 50-50, you got it sitting on and it's really not 50-50, but it is a red boy Gardner cross. But if anytime you got a 50-50 dog on your yard, you got to turn that 50-50 into a 3 in 1 out. That's the best way to get you a possible match dog and a possible producing dog, and that's just speaking on, historically speaking on how old breeders bred. You know what I mean? You know, remember Red Ace was a 3 in, 1 out, Mike. You know, all of them is. You know, you look at Mayday and them Stone City, they was 3 ins and 1 out. Some of them was 50-50 crosses and some, you know, but it's the way they produced them and the way they bred them. You know, everybody's doing it. You know, back then they was doing the 50-50. Then they take the 50-50, put a 3 in, 1 out on that mug. You know, you're gonna get something. You know, because that's 2 crosses right there, the 50-50 and the 3 in, 1 out. You know, those are the, you know, to me, the getters as far as, you know, producing winners.
Now, taking this way back, because, you know, I know Charlie was Deep's brother, so I'm looking at like, okay, Charlie's the Eli, and then you got the Times Expired, which is bringing that Zebo, and I know damn well that Red Ace had that red boy strong.
So yeah, she was all red boy.
Right. So that's almost doing what they're doing now is what you did way back then.
Yeah.
It came out with killers. Actually was the foundation of the yard.
Yeah. Yeah, because Amber was a tight yellow John dog. Even though she had yellow in it, but she had more yellow John than she had yellow. Yellow was just one of the yellow John, one of the dogs off of Yellow John, you know? Coming off of that champion Wrangler. See, that's a tight breed. When we bred the Grand Champion 8, that was an outcross. But it's still a 3 in, 1 out. You know what I mean? It wasn't 50-50.
No.
Not long as we got Charlie.
Right. That's why I said that was one of our better breedings, because everything mainly, remember, we never got anything else off of Red Ace because she never made it back home. But out of that one breeding, look at all the dogs that we accumulated from that point forward.
Right. We didn't have, but look, we had 2 dogs. We had 2 dogs, Little Mayday and Brat. Both of them became champions. That should tell you something. The dog didn't have but 2 dogs. And they were both killers.
Both of them.
Both of them. That should tell you. And if you look at the breeding, you'll say the same thing. We got more yellow. Now you're bringing in the outcrop. Now you're bringing in the Hollingworth stuff. You know, the Mayday stuff, the Patrick Cross. Everybody knows that Mayday, you know, the Patrick Cross was crossing with the Red Boy stuff because it was working. You know, and you would call that a 50-50. 50-50 cross. But then what do? We turn around there and we add more Mayday right on top of that. And then you come back and you add on top of that. And that's how they were able to continue on. Same thing Hardcore was doing. If you notice, all the great kennels that keep on pushing out them champions out there, y'all like a manufacturing company, you know, that's all they was doing. They go 3 in, 50-50. 3 in, 50-50. And that's how Mike was making them all win. Look, he made Felony one, he made the Breaker bitch all win. I think he made a couple bitches all win, but a lot of them champions was coming off of those bitches because he was doing the old 3 in, 1 out, come back 50-50. One way or the other with the crosses that he's making, he's gonna get something. You know, they live off that 3 in, 1 out or 50-50. Remember, Jessie did it with Awesome Baby when she bred the buck. 50-50. You see what I'm saying? When we did it with Amber, it was a 3 in, 1 out. Then when we bred the Mayday, it was a 50-50. We had the yellow there, but now we got all that Patrick there. That's a 50-50. Even though we had the damn, you know, the Jeep in there, but still, shit, Charlie, that was Jeep. But the actual breeding itself was a 50-50. Remember Miss Nico, she was a Jeep bitch. You know what I mean? Champion, she was a champion bitch. But listen to how I'm putting it, how I'm saying it. This is, if I mean, you can go back down there and do your studies and look at these damn pedigrees that y'all looking at. I mean, look at this pedigree that we're looking at that's on the board right now. I always tell y'all guys to study, 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 study. If you can understand what you're studying, you will understand how to breed your shit. You know, especially when you got your hands in places where you can get your hands on great dogs. Remember, I had all the great guys around me. I could get dogs from Stone City. I could get dogs from Deep South. I could get dogs from Victor. I could go and talk to Angel. I could talk to the old dude that had Rascal, Tony. Remember, I was always able to get around to these people, man, and seeing how they operated. Why do we talk about these people? Pay attention to how they was doing it. Autumn, TKO, or, you know, TKO. That's the dude that had the last guy that had Rascal. Rascal died on his yard. You find TKO with that TKO's registered merit, that Autumn bitch. No, she was a registered merit. So, you know, and I knew him before I knew anybody outside of I knew James Edwards and all them, but the next important person I met was that guy TKO. And James Pope sent me up there. He had a dog named Goodyear coming right off of Rascal Jr. And he had that Rascal shit, Dusty. I had Dusty, and he told me, go breed Dusty, go up here, and he hooked him up with the dude and everything. That's how I got that picture of Rascal. It's the same picture y'all see on the internet, but the picture y'all see on the internet, I got the same picture, but I got that. I mean, it's not the same picture, but it came off that reel.
Came off that road.
But,
hey, wasn't Crybaby down off with some of that shit too?
Yeah, Crybaby was off of the dog.
Right.
That was the dog. Remember that Goodyear dog was the daddy.
Right. That was a bad little bitch too, man.
Bad little bitch, Crybaby. Call her Crybaby because she screamed and whined in the corner. That bitch would kill your ass.
Yeah, right. I mean, scream and cry. And will eat your ass alive.
But don't forget, Dusty was off with Shirley, Wood Shirley.
Right.
So when we were breeding to that, this was before Bosco.
Yeah.
So we had a puppy off of that Shirley shit. And it should have won that 2 hour, 5 minute match.
You was young,
but
man.
Yeah, Pup has some good dogs now. But all the rest of that shit, all the boys wasn't worth a damn. He talked all that shit about Joe Red, but you know, we saw Joe Red quit. And then remember his brother, he quit, but he quit in a long, good match though. It was a good match. It was a good match. Damn good match. He was a one-time winner, but he wasn't a fast lane dog. That's all. Joe Red wasn't a fast lane dog, but they were some good dogs. Dusty was more fast lane than both of them.
Mm-hmm. And shit, Crybaby was better than all of them.
Crybaby was better than all of them. That's why when you look at hardcore and them shit, you look at hardcores and them shit, you'll see how he's breeding this shit. Jeep Red Boy Rascal, he's a prime example. But then you gotta remember he keeps breeding the yellow. Remember, all the shit was still got yellow in it. Don't even pay attention to the Jocko because he sure as hell wasn't. He was paying attention to the Red Boy Jeep Rascal Cross because that's exactly what he was breeding. And then look how successful they were. Look at my man that had Tuffy. If he wasn't the smartest dude look, for him, he was one of those smart breeders that he had the right dog when he had Tuffy. He made some damn good, Mr. Z made some damn good breeds with Tuffy. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you, if the man ain't alive to this day, if he ain't alive to this day, if he is alive to this day, I bet you he should feel good seeing Tuffy popping up in the pedigree that I didn't see him pop up under. You know what I'm saying? And that's on some real shit.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my man, Small Time. Amo Small Time got a pad number down there. Yo, my man, 614 Tree in the house. What up, fam? Big ups to you too, fam.
What's up, 614? What's up, baby?
My man Sabir said, just listen to how y'all talking. I appreciate that, Mo. Put my second move first, then came back to my first move. As long as the traits I'm looking for are present, I'm going to take the positive risk. But you know what, Sabir? That ain't a risk, baby. Because that, is that, we don't look at it like that's a risk. We look at it because we know what we already looking for. We already know what we gonna get.
Believe
so
that.
it's not a positive risk. Just take the risk part out of it because you should already know by the time
making good breeds like that, man.
Bro,
unless you get used to it. Don't worry. Keep breeding and keep getting it. You're gonna get used to it. You're gonna know. Everything don't work out, but some of that shit, you're gonna have some more success than you're gonna have failures. And that's just staying within your yard. What happens in your yard is your yard. You're gonna go through your shit now. Right. In your yard. It ain't for anybody else's shit. That's you pruning your damn yard. But
hey, look,
we talking about the ones that make the test.
Yeah, he trying to tell you something because imagine we doing the same thing that you doing, but yet we testing our shit on good shit.
We putting them on our best shit on the yard.
On the best shit on the yard. So when you got it on your yard and you can be able to pick between your best to your best, by the time we got out there, we was out there with our best shit. And yeah, it was hard as fuck to beat us. I mean, that ain't us just talking. That's just the facts. You put them out there and it's on the dog. It ain't on us. But just to be able to think about a lot of the ones that didn't make the team.
Man,
you know
I really think that they don't take. I don't think they know the full impact of what we say that. I mean, guys, I ain't gonna brag on me. I'm gonna brag on the motherfuckers that I ran with. Abraham, you know what I'm saying? Badass kennel. Windy City, badass kennel. Stone City, badass kennel. Hardcore, badass kennel. Deep South, badass kennel. Missing Link, badass kennel. These is motherfuckers that literally match and bred they shit and was very successful. Very successful. So it is no way, how am I going to be around all these guys and coming from the school with James Pope and not figure out how these motherfuckers is doing? You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to do.
Our yard, and look, as long as we've been doing this show, we try to tell people we was copycatting off of, we
copycat
like do what they doing. We ain't never backed off of that. So I'm always looking at it like, I ain't trying to hate on it, but look, I don't even think of it as
I would be a damn fool if I'm sitting up there, like I said, coming from the school with James Pope. I know how to read pedigrees. I'm starting to figure out how and why this shit is working, paying attention to the guys that I'm watching. Look who I'm watching doing this shit. Look at the pedigrees that I'm looking at. Look at the dogs that they're using. Man, you see it. You would see it in their breeding. You can see it in their breeding. The way they was breeding, all of them. When I say all, I mean all of them. You want to go on a ride, go down there and go through motherfucking DSK. Dead seriously now. Go down there and go through strictly business and look that way. I mean, I'm talking about guys that match their dog and bred good shit. You know, Mr. Lee been doing it for years. Deep South had a great run of dogs with the Mayday dogs he had. I mean, shit. Coming from the school with James Pope and understanding, watching all the rest of these guys, shit, I ain't had no other choice but to figure it out. I was good in the house. And you don't hear me jumping up there above none of them. Basically because, shit, my job was easy. My job was easy. I understood how every one of them was breeding their dogs. That's how I could understand how I was breeding my shit. I knew one damn thing for damn sure. Breed the champions if you want to have some champions. Fuck that other shit. Because that's one thing I noticed they all was doing. You know what I'm saying? They all was doing that. Every damn one of them was breeding the champions. It's just the champions they were breeding too. Some of the champions on their yard, some I want. Shit, ass game bill. We got to hang. Somebody was talking about California Jack, you know, because I did that thing when I was talking about, you know, the poncho dogs compared to the buck dogs. You know, I did never put the poncho and them down. And I mean, I understood, you know, that California Jack is the one who told me that he had a chance to get Mayday in them. You know, but the way he put the story, you know, he wasn't really into the yellow dogs crossed with that, so it didn't really impress him. You know, he stood strong on his poncho.
But you know what, Mo? The person who was making that comment didn't know that you actually was talking to California Jack. It's not like something that you heard. This is something that came out of his mouth because you was on the man's yard.
Right.
So that's why I didn't really address that. Right. I didn't address that. I seen what you're talking about, but I didn't address that because I felt like, well, I know he talked about what he heard, but no, you didn't hear it come out of California Jack's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, why do you think he started adding the Mayday? I never said he didn't have good shit. I just said he didn't stand up to the Mayday shit, and that's just the facts. Yeah, he produced some good dogs, but still, it did not stand up to the Mayday dog, period. That's all. And I'm not saying that because I had Mayday dogs. I'm saying that because I was using Mayday dogs, but at the same time, I was watching the poncho dogs. They were good dogs. You can't take nothing away from them. But why would I jump on a bandwagon and when I'm on the right bandwagon is doing better than that shit anyway? You know, I thought it was real smart for him to start crossing the Hollingworth stuff back into each other. You know, I thought it was real good moves. You know, but they produce some good dogs. But I knew California Jack. But hanging around with them, that's how I got it. Why we started messing with Emin and Wacko. That's how goddamn Skins came along. All them, Bull Skull, everybody. I'm hanging out there with all of them. And I was bringing all the crew in. Deep South went up in there. Gameville went up in there, and they all came out with some good dogs. You know. But that was just from us getting around. Remember, I got a picture with my KP sitting up there on the couch in Mike's house with 9 Millie sitting in his lap. I got a picture of Jesse with my fucking Miss Luca. All them guys had, them was badass dog men. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I like this pedigree here. And let me see.
Running it up.
Yeah, I'm going to share it.
Big dude in the house. What up, big dude? He wants you to.
I'm going to tell you, man, these imports y'all keep swinging across this board. Boy, I'm watching y'all. Yeah, I'm watching y'all. Your motherfuckers better start learning how to speak Spanish. Como está usted? Whatever the hell that means. Because them down, y'all better be understanding. Them imports, look here. That activity is going on outside the United States. You're doing it in a whole big numbers. What I tell y'all, I say it. You cannot get growth as fast as you're going to get growth in countries that's literally out there still doing their dogs. You know what I mean? The very dogs that they took out of our country, you know what I'm saying? We letting them do the work. Because they still over there doing the work. And they putting in a lot of work. And now they doing what we used to do to them. Import they shit back over here to us. Because that's exactly what they doing. Them dogs are slowly starting to come back over the border back home. And let me tell y'all something. That's why there's so many of them out here on these yards. You know? Not historically speaking, I'm just saying I'm seeing a lot of border dogs that used to be shipped out being shipped back in, and based on the numbers of what they're doing in the years they've been doing it with nonstop and being able to take the dogs that they took over there where they was and able to move forward with those dogs out there in the box, and ain't nobody out there regulating none of they shit. You know, they looking like they still playing out there in the time and back in the Tudor days. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nobody running up on them, so they got a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of shows and shit like that. You know, it ain't shit for them to take a champion and lose with it and be back out there with another one the next week. You know, because the competition was stiff. It got stiff over there. It got harder over there and easier over here because there's no, the numbers are so high. There's so many of them over there doing those dogs that they took out of the country. And while their numbers are going up, our numbers are going down. You know? So time is going to grow. And a lot of these dogs that's coming back over the border, I'm telling you, all you got to do, when I get one and I can't understand the language, I just keep going back until I figure out, because I know this motherfucker here, it got to be imported from the United States. And sure enough, you're going to go back there far enough, like I'm getting ready to do this one right here. A lot of these, out of the country dogs, we can go in there and be nosy. And go back here and let me show you how they leave the country and come back. See, the further we go back, look at them. No, look at that. Somebody sitting over there with a damn near a full-blown Patrick dog. And you don't see no buck running around in that end of that shit right there. And that's many years of that shit. No. This mug here, this Invecto too, though, I see him a lot in a lot of shit. I mean, look how they put their shit up there. They don't have no problem putting their shit up there. Invecto went through school and was off the chain winner, collected 2 forfeits while being completely blind. Well, we got a blind dog here, but look at the Patrick in him. Look at the feet. Look at the body. Them Patrick dogs give up their little white toes and them motherfucking little, and you can see it in their chest, but they got beautiful bodies. Beautiful bodies. That was another thing that I liked about California Jack dogs too. They had them beautiful bodies. They didn't have them Stone City bodies. You know what I mean, Mike? Them buck dogs had funny bodies.
Well, you already know how I laughed about them Stone City dogs, Nico and them. They were just funny looking dogs to me. They didn't have them Patrick bodies though, but they had that.
When they got in shape though, boy, they looked totally different.
Yes, sir.
Look, them dogs look totally different in that boxing compared to when they sit out there on that chain. That's for damn sure. They know how to bring them motherfuckers in looking like baby Hercules. They know how to use them roids now. Big Mike and them boys and them boys up there with Emmett and Hoss and them and Scooter, them boys know how to use them roids. Boy, they can bring a dog in. Them dogs be so rock solid, boy. I mean, when you sit there and just grab one of them, just feel every damn muscle on it feel like a rock. Pull down shape, just pretty. And it's like when you go and be out there running around with them and you be going to their matches and you just be just looking at them, man, and be just knowing why they be winning. You be knowing why they be winning. How you gonna be standing right there looking at why they be winning and you can't win? Somebody explain that to me. How in the hell could I lose if I'm standing right there looking and understanding why they are winning? Now, why would I change anything they doing if I ain't winning shit? Oh, tell you how I did it. I went out there and started playing in the same shit that they was playing in, jumped on the same bandwagon they was on, started doing the same shit that they was doing. How would I not be doing that? It would be foolish of me to be standing there and not do it.
Not after seeing what we used to see.
For real.
Yeah, we talk about a good dog, but you got to understand, I'm talking about a total destruction. Like, damn, it's going to take a hell of a bulldog.
Man, look at all them champions they was making. Shit, they was selling dogs, making them champions and grand champions out there. Everybody was winning off of with that shit. Everybody.
Hey, Mo.
Yes, sir.
You gonna bring that pedigree down? Let's look at the bottle and see what you got down there.
Yeah, I was still busy up there. I was getting a chance to read all this shit here, you know. I mean, the blood alone is like, you know, remember everybody always talking this shit about, you know, the new shit. You know, okay, let's talk about this new shit. We're gonna talk about the new shit. If you can get out here and find tight shit that's bred like this coming back into the country, you know, then you want some good shit. Hey, y'all see that warning, right? Let me go back here right quick and point that out. I was just talking about this shit earlier. Look at the bottom. Look what the warning say. Warning, this dog below. Taveric Tequila is fake. Said this dog is dead. Died years ago. This guy is a con artist. Beware of him. Y'all see that? Remember what I just told y'all. Didn't I just say that earlier, Mike? I just said that earlier. I said, look at, you know.
But you always question that name when you seen that name. You know what I mean? Because you didn't know. that ain't that same shit in one of them at one of our pedigrees.
Man, look here. When y'all been, there's many guys that's been out here around these dogs for years. You know what I mean? But when you really be out here and be really out here, you know, there's a lot of shit that you get a chance to see that you just look at it and know that there's something wrong there.
That's that you real having to be, you know, being real and being able to recognize real.
I'm
You know what I
telling you,
mean?
man.
You got to be able to recognize real. Because if you don't, you'll fall for anything.
Hey, that's how they be getting ripped off.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my man, Mr. Will Turner. What up, fam? I see you. Oh, Will said new P-roll and the Invicto stuff. It wasn't bad, but not really fast lane stuff. Well, you know, you're right
But you
about
know
that,
why
Mr.
though?
Turner.
Let me tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. I was saying the same thing earlier when I was talking about California Jack shit. Okay? You can't keep piling. You ain't none of these dogs Grand Champion buck. Because there's any one of them dogs out there, Grand Champion buck, they be up on that top 5 with Grand Champion buck. So let me make myself clear. I fucks with the top 5 registered mare dogs, and then you add another 2 bitches over there on the other side there, Honey Bunch and Awesome Baby. And on my yard, I had all 7 of them son bitches in my dogs. Why and how did I end up with them? Look at the people I was around. How could I not? Understanding what everybody was doing, not taking nothing away from everybody else and what they was doing. You know, there's a reason why I'm sitting up there with all 5 of those top dogs. You know, and remember, Tom came in late. But I'm a Tom Gardner fan, like a motherfucker now. It ain't because I went to his yard. You know, the man got staying power. He could be doing the Maurice Carver. And what would it matter if these dogs was all shitheads? He could be Maurice Carver and we be sitting up there talking about Tom got a bunch of trash. But guess what? The man ain't got a bunch of trash. The man seems to be keeping his dog out there in everybody's pedigree that's worthy of talking about. Just like Maurice Carver. I wouldn't give a damn. He went to the drawer and couldn't find his glasses and just grabbed one of them and gave it to me. I'd have still took the paper and went home. Not knowing, but caring about the dog. And guess what? This is all I got to go on. This is what he gave me. This is what I'm going to use. You know, that's the key. If the dog, the dog make the pedigree, then the bad thing about it, you really don't know how you're gonna breed your shit. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna breed him to another bitch, hopefully on the fact that she's close to what he said. You know, the dog did come from his yard, so you know, I'm gonna breed close as I can get to a Maurice Carver dog. You know what I'm saying? And tighten it up. Maybe I can fix it up where I can understand where I want to breed it based on the dog itself. You know, gotta look at the dog and then just go on the dog itself and just continue to use the paper that you was given, even though you know that the damn papers may be wrong. Don't matter, because guess what? The dog will make the papers right. Even if they ain't. You know, unless you get that phone call like Pat you did, John Beamer. Hey, John, I just want to let you know, old Buck ain't bred like that. You know, I didn't want to let anybody know how I was bred since I had polio on my yard. You know, I put a lot of fake pedigrees out there, and Buck was one of them. I'm apologizing, but I just wanted you to know I didn't think he was going to become a great dog like he did, but I thought you would have a right to know. Sitting up there explaining the shit.
But he wasn't the only one. I seen a couple other people who did the same shit, Mo.
Man, they don't want
all
nobody
the years later.
They don't want nobody having they shit. Like they don't want nobody to be out there buying the same conditioning shit that he buying. I'm gonna tell him that shit don't work. I don't want him buying the shit I'm buying, then he gonna try to figure out what I know. You know, like guys with the roids. Most guys that don't know how to use roids sit there and talk about they don't need roids. Well, I'm pretty sure you don't. I guarantee you knew how to use them, you use them. It'd only be common sense that you would in a competitive sport where most of these great motherfuckers that got these great ass damn dogs was on roids. Give a damn what y'all saying. You know, that's the truth. That was like almost an automatic, you know, like a guy who races their cars and put nitro in their shit. How many times y'all go to the damn racetrack, get ready to race for some damn money, and y'all say no nitro, and then start inspecting the cars before you race, looking for those switches or that tank, huh? Because it's called cheating. Well, see, we didn't have nobody checking our trunk because didn't nobody give a damn. You know, you either gonna whoop them. The roids ain't gonna do but so much. That's like if you put nitro in a raggedy ass car. I mean, you might have all the nitro in the world, but if that car ain't running like a perv, nitro ain't gonna help you worth a damn. But Lord help your ass if you got a nice ass car and you got some nitro too. You know, that's how it was in the game. You got a nice ass dog and you want some roids, guess what? You got a problem. Especially when you're dealing with a kennel that know how to use them. And all of them knew how to use them. I can tell you, Mill Buster, everybody over there, motherfucking hell on earth, I know all of them. Tom, everybody was using roids. And everybody was winning. Everybody was winning. So you're going to always hear this argument. The ones who want to whine and cry about everybody using roids. It was like, first of all, it wasn't even nothing to be worried about. Everybody damn near used them. And those who didn't, because they didn't know how, and those who swear they didn't, goddamn was lying. You know? It's really not a factor. You know,
you got to admit, Mo, we seen some people do some dumb shit with them roids.
Man, I seen them, man. I just seen guys go out there and be wondering, you know, I seen one go out there and lose 6 straight matches. 6 straight. Now I'm ready to sit down and talk to him. Why do your dogs run hot, man, in the first 15, 20 minutes, man, and you on roids? What is you doing? I mean, I sat there and watched him lose 6 times. You know, after 6 times, and you losing with good dogs because your dogs is burnt out. They get 10, 15 minutes in, them motherfuckers gasping for air. They gasping for air. Coming there looking like he been working them like Hercules and shit. You're doing something wrong. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to figure out, and let me tell you, and let me see if y'all know what he was doing wrong. Because like I say, if you don't understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, then you're never going to see the results that you're looking for. If you ain't never done it or you trying to learn it, it's like I was telling y'all about that story we just ran into earlier when we were talking about the conditioning, because I'm going to go back to that thing, you know, our next show. I'm going to go all the way down through there because there's a lot of information. And for those who was watching the Triple M show, when he was talking about his son and all them vitamins and shit, the little sneaky things that he was talking about, he didn't want to give up no secrets for. Guess what, y'all? I'm sitting up there. We started our first stages of the treasure chest. Oh, yeah, that's a treasure chest over there. So I'm gonna see how y'all give it to me. You know, that's what I tell you, I'm gonna be cash out running there at the bottom. For those who want to learn, because if everybody want to look out for me, I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna leave it right where it's at. I ain't going no further. I'm not trying to put y'all under hostage. But you know, I get enough guys screaming and hollering, twin. You just be giving up too many jewels, man. Are they taking care of you? Well, when they slack up, let me know.
Hey, Mo, go ahead and change that pedigree right quick. But you know what, Ben, that you brought that up, man. I've had more people saying, twin, why don't y'all have memberships?
Yeah, they wanted to go private and all that shit.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I mean, I don't know, because you be giving it up free any damn way. That's why I'd be like, what we gonna do over in the membership? Because Mo gonna tell it anyway. Because you don't know how to hold back on shit, except for your drink, And for all the people who know Mo, when it come down and hit that little special drink, one of those major things that he has always had a part of our keep since we've been ever doing dogs, because he was using it with the Doberman pinchers and the German shepherds back in the day, with that Curatine. Curatine will fuck your dog up if you do not know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Mo?
Yeah.
But it's been.
You gotta have all the. You gotta have. Me, I did most of my keep was chemicals. I was doing just like you said, chemicals. Sure the hell was. I had the creatine. I had the carbo fuel. Shit, I had muscle meal. I used all that shit. Jesse turned me on to the muscle meal.
What about the red cell and the B12?
Oh, the B15.
Yeah, the B15. Yeah.
That was the other secret weapon that a lot of guys don't know about. They be talking about them bees, but shit, they need to study that B15. A lot of guys don't know about B15. Then you gotta have that glycerin, you gotta have that right shit to handle that lactic acid and all that shit. There's so many things in a keep that you have to learn how to offset. And that's why I said the best way to learn it is learn it before you use it. If you learn it before you use it, then don't go out there trying to learn it while you're using it, because then you're going to fuck up. Understand it before you start playing with it. Don't go out there and just start breeding thinking you're going to be Earl Tudor and shit. If you can't barely read, and understand how you got your dog got to where it is by the time it got to your hands. And by the time it got to your hands, it might look good, but is it really worth the fuck? For a dog back in my time, a pedigree really didn't mean shit to us. It really didn't. One time we really wanted to look at a pedigree is when the dog was worth looking at. So, pedigrees, they put too many emphasis on pedigrees. I wouldn't give a damn what a pedigree is if he's a good dog. Buck was already, he had fake papers on him. It didn't change the fact that he was still throwing. A lot of good dogs out there, they might have the wrong pedigree, but what does it matter if he was a winner? And you take your fucked up pedigree, you take that winner and give everybody a stare fee on your fucked up papers. Cause I still breed to him, fucked up papers and all. Tell me y'all wouldn't. Tell me one person that wouldn't. If y'all was to tell me goddamn Barracuda came off a Tulsa dog and y'all standing at the damn front yard like a motherfucker standing over at the abortion place trying to tell you don't take the girl in there to get an abortion, you're going to see me pull right on up in the driveway acting like you ain't even there. I'm going to go back here and breed to this Tulsa motherfucker. You don't give a damn what y'all
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mo.
Give a damn.
Hey, Mo, did you run up this pedigree for me right quick? Because my man, big dude.
Yeah, all you got to do is give them to me, man. I'm just pulling up papers as we talking bullshit today.
Okay. I ain't going to let you be on here all night either because, we got a busy day tomorrow. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got the number?
Here, I'm going to put it right here so you can see it. There you go. You see that?
I'm seeing, what am I looking at? I didn't see it.
It's on the comments. It's right there. I got it pinned up right there. You don't see that?
Hold on, I must got to go down some or something.
It should be on the screen with me and you.
Oh, it's on the screen. Oh. Okay, hold
Damn.
on. Damn, man, shit, you really messing up now. You putting it on the screen. I can't see. I lost my glasses.
You know, I was laughing as you was reading because there was so many words that you was fucking up. I wanted to stop you, but I said
Well,
no.
you know, I mean, you know, without my glasses,
I
you
know.
know,
And you still ain't found them. But I didn't want to give you no argument because you know me and you, you know,
I
don't
get
be trying to
mad.
embarrass me in front of everybody. Man, this nigga blind as hell. Not letting him embarrass himself
Why?
to death.
And when you get old, you start forgetting a whole bunch of shit. You forget how to pronounce words and all kind of other shit. You know, I ain't never said that I was Mr. Rogers. You don't want to sit up there and grab the kitty book and read to everybody. But you know, it's the best way to get everybody to, you know, to see it. You know, I had to read it for people who was not inside the show that might be sitting at home tomorrow, just listening.
Yeah. You got that right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it right down. I gotta get me a good pen.
Okay. Hey, you fellas, before y'all leave up out of here tonight, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. You know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
start putting up
we got a lot of
putting up.
condolences out there tonight, y'all. So we're gonna show some love. We're gonna show some love on the condolences. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's a must. I need
Yeah.
to get them likes up, get y'all prepared, you know, get them likes up. You know, I don't have them little things say subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. A lot of things we don't do because I really don't be thinking about it. Like maybe I'd be like a subliminal message if I were to put the subscribe flashing over there or hit the like button flashing over there. You know what I'm saying? Because we get a lot of views, and I guess I don't have none of that stuff going on. I don't even know if it makes a difference. But if you happen to be listening to the show, then this is one of them times where you're going to hear me say a little bit more. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't cost you nothing. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get the notifications when we come on. Not that you need a notification because you know we're going to be in here every Tuesday and Fridays if God make it possible.
I might be in the hospital this Friday unless I break out. If anybody in the Tampa area, you know, and y'all know after the night, y'all know I'm gonna be in the hospital Friday, and I'll make it by the hospital, at least ride down there by the VA about 7, 8 o'clock. Might catch me walking. Or you might see me up there in my window banging on it. You know, I'm sitting up there in the window with my whole body up against the glass. That's the room I'm in. Come get me.
Yeah, because man, you know, when we be breaking up out of it, I'll be laughing because I'll be like, man, Mo, they really be locking y'all down up in here, don't they? Like it's a prison. What kind of hospital is this
Yeah,
that they
man.
locking you in this joint? I guess because maybe they don't want the crazy folks to get out, right?
It's the servicemen. Them goddamn veterans, man, they crazy as hell. I'm one of them. We already believe they trying to kill us. They're not gonna lock us in because we, you know, they got the mop man constantly cleaning up the floor because you got somebody running down the down hallway with an IV line, you know, leaking all out of them because they didn't pull the IV out, trying to get out the hospital. You know, I've done it myself several times.
Yeah.
I'm running out the down hospital steady. They finding out which way I'm going by following the goddamn blood.
Look, when the one dude ran all the way to it, I'm sitting out there in the damn parking lot and I pulled off. I was wondering, did he get the plates? Like
Right.
they
I
really gonna
mean,
send the police to the house like I stole you or something, man? You know,
yeah, I can
that shit
understand
was
why he was
crazy.
chasing me. I mean, how
Me
you
neither.
chasing me? I can
No, dude,
understand why he was chasing me.
all the way outside, right?
Yeah.
And stand up there looking like he was trying to remember the plate. And I was like, man, what's going on up in there, bro? Remember, you called me, Mike, meet me out front 15. I
That's
said, what's
right.
happening, man? I'm finna break out. I said, you got to break out? He said, literally, I got to break out. Just meet me there in 15. I said, I'll be out in the parking lot, bro. You found me. I just started laughing because dude was chasing you. I'm like, what the hell?
Man, I done ran out of that hospital in a down and nothing but socks. Shit. I make that phone call. I'm coming up out of there. I'm walking the hall. I'm just gonna walk down the hall. First person go walking through that door, I'm walking right out behind them. I'm running around there with my robe on, nothing but with my doctor gown on, my hospital gown, and a pair of them little socks they give you. and my drawers. They walk right out right on to the hospital, right on out the damn door. Shit, they stopped that shit at that VA. No, we go give him a private room. We put him in a private room. That's because we can keep an eye on him. They always put me on the floor where, you know, you got to walk past the nurse's station, and they buzz the door open for people to walk out. So they buzz the door for them to come in. They buzz the door for them to come out. So they ain't gonna just go out there and push that open door button because that motherfucker ain't gonna open. So they put me on the floor where, you know, you can't get out. You got to go past that nurse's station, and you know that's the only way that door gonna open. Shit,
and for all my listeners, he is not legally crazy. He just don't like hospitals. That's all his problem.
Y'all seen what they was going on in the COVID? All them people running over there to the hospital with that COVID and shit. Got so damn bad, people start crying when they go, I don't want to go in the back. Why you don't want to go in the back? You go in the back, you don't come out. Once they put that tube down your throat, you already know you're done. I'm telling you, we lost a lot of people. A lot of veterans still dying running back and forth to these damn hospitals up there. So, yes, sir. Hey, y'all, look at this. Y'all see this breeding here? Pit Island?
No, you ain't got it up yet.
Oh, I ain't got it on the share. Hold on.
No. Big shout out to the rabbit, man. I see you, fam.
So
it ain't popped up yet, Mo.
Here come. Some of you guys, I mean, I would like to see some of y'all just, since we always talk about these pedigrees and studying them and shit. You know, I want to just throw a class one day where we just take somebody random and be like, break this pedigree down for us. Can you do that? Can you point out the formula? What's the key factor here? You know, I would just love to be able to do that with y'all sometime. I told you I'm going to throw me a digital dog show on y'all ass in a minute. We're going to have a show. I got 5 males and 5 females. I'm going to put them up on the screen. And we're going to do us a digital dog show right there. We're going to do these 10 dogs.
Yeah, don't tell them no more than that, because I want to see the results of this shit too. And another thing, Mo, you remember when we first started this, how you used to look at some of these pedigrees and you look at the colors and you just be mad. Remember how it used to be like that?
Oh yeah.
Now, why don't it bother you as much anymore? Because you're starting to understand, it don't matter no more. What's your feelings on that now?
Oh, my feelings are still the same. I mean, what do the colors? I mean, the colors is. I mean, if there's a reason why you drawing colors to your shit that don't belong on there. Colors was always used on pairs online back in the day when there was a purpose for them. For pairs online was colors was meant for dogs that got titled. Period. Respect the pairs. Okay, nowadays, those who knew that, people that knew that, they changed the color. Everybody be more attracted to the color, like the Pied Piper. So now you got everybody doing it. You got, look at like this pedigree here, Champion Pit Island Bojack, bred to Jersey's Combine Hyper. Now Hyper is the only dog sitting there that ain't a winner, just got the right color. I said the only dog on there that got the right color. All the rest of this shit I'm looking at that ain't got the right color, you cannot pull out the champions amongst all this other shit. When y'all do that, you know, for those who's trying to learn, you know, it should be a turnoff to y'all. It really should be a turnoff. Because if you're really trying to understand and learn it, colors don't make a difference. You know, but I can guarantee you, if you go and look at a damn pedigree that's done, you know, the right way and go study that one, I guarantee you'll come back and say it's easier to study it without all the colors than it is to study it with all the colors. Because it is.
Big shout out to Big Dude. This is Big Dude's pedigree right here, Mo. You know, they loving that Pit Island shit.
You know,
that's a good breeding right there.
This is that tight pit. This is that heavy Pit Island. You gotta remember they've been breeding these dogs forever.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They have been doing these breedings forever. And understanding this, they ain't Windy City. You know what I mean? They ain't Gary Hammonds. You know, but here's the thing that I like about them. They take good dogs and they breed good shit. My thing is, you know, after a while, it gets bred out. If you don't keep it on tight, it gets bred out. Like, here's a prime example. Right here. I'm going to tell you where I'm at. Y'all see where I'm at. Y'all see this pedigree where I'm at. Look at the fourth generation. Like I said, the only one in there is the Jersey Combine dog that's got the right color on it. But as we look down through here, the whole fourth generation, all the way up to right here, Tina now, is the only dog that's blue that ain't got no business being blue. Everybody else in that fourth generation has a reason to have a color.
No, not that Pit Island Miss Tick. She a one-time winner.
Well, yeah, yes, she do. Yes, she do.
Oh, she get a color for that, the one-time winner?
Yeah, one-time winner.
Okay, my boss.
They get colors.
Well, excuse me, y'all, because y'all know I don't be fucking around over here anyway, but okay, I feel you. My boss.
That's right. If you ain't done nothing, you don't get no color. Tina. You know, you got mixed in there with a bunch of great dogs, you know, good dogs for damn sure. And then you get to you, and then you wonder why are you this color? It takes away from all the dogs that got color. To me, can't understand what you're looking at because that keeps throwing you off. But yeah, this is a nice breeding here. But I was just talking about them, about how they grab great dogs. Look, they go stone, they go hardcore. You know what I'm saying? They go Mystic, they go Morocco, Mayday. You know, they got all the right shit.
Hey, big shout out. Sorry about that, Mo. Oh, big shout out to the holy catcher out there. He said it's legal where I am, and I am indeed. Papers aren't a big focus unless the person is shipping, and between us, too many are false. Big shout out to holy catcher. Ain't seen you in a while, fam. Glad to know you back there.
Hey, let me holler at holy catcher on that. I'm gonna tell you, holy catcher. Here's the thing, man. You're right. Paper ain't the big thing, but they become a big thing when you got that bulldog. See, when you got that bulldog, you got to start building from something. So let's take it for the papers. The papers got to matter if you are you know, trying to master your craft. And when I say that, because you need to learn and know how to breed your shit. You know, it's not just waiting on your bitch to come in heat and stick her to the closest male where you ain't got to go far. And you know what I'm saying? No. There's people like me. I would go clear across the damn country if there's a champion somewhere that I need to go to. Me, I was stuck on champion, and it is the reason why I wanted to breed with hardcore. I mean, look, just, you see why. You know, there's a reason why I wanted to stick with the Mayday dog. There's a reason why. Same thing with Stone City. There's a reason why. This is the thing that I'm trying to point out to our breeder. You are the responsible one. You the ones with the female. You the ones that's making the breeding when you take your bitch and go breed to whoever you breed to. The question still falls on you. Why did you take your bitch and go breed to that dog? You know? And it's not a hard question for a motherfucker to know how to breed, because then you'll give me to understand your philosophy and your understanding why you're breeding this way. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me go catch somebody and I go, man, why'd you breed to that dog? And maybe because my tone is saying that, you know what I'm saying? You probably tell me because he was right around the corner. Okay, I got you, cuz. I got you. Them ain't the breeders that I'm talking about.
Right, you got to leave them alone because they being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Can't say nothing to him.
Can't say nothing to them because they being honest.
He ain't no traveler. He ain't traveling to get shit done. No, he don't give a damn who over there. They gonna go right where they can
breed. Yeah.
Yep. Go around the corner when they get all work, get their breeding in, and they cool. But look at the breeders and why some of this shit work. Let me show you where you see it work, and then you notice it falls out, because I'm gonna point out some things. Y'all might not like this when I do it, but I like doing it to prove my point. I like doing it to prove my point. When the fourth starts looking like it looked, and by the time I get to the first, I don't see the same shit. Let alone when I get up here. I said from the fourth to the first. But it's even worse when we get up here, because guess what? If you breed him, and he is nothing but a good bred dog, now you got 4 generations damn near of miscalculating, because now you done lost total insight of what's going on in the 4th generation. So what you got in the 4th generation, you done down there, all points to be proven in that 4th generation just went out the window every time it starts going down. Great dogs, few dogs, 1 dog, no dog, no dog. Hey, don't tell me that's good breeding. I'm trying to show you good breeding. Understand why you breed these champions. Why you keep breeding this dog right here. Why they keep breeding him. Why they keep breeding him? You see that? Why they keep breeding him? Because he produced him. You know? And I got him on here a couple times. You know, he was damn near bred. Look, right here. Blondie. Good breed right here. Good breed. See that? That's a good breed. Nothing. Ain't taking nothing away from him, no. Another good breeding. Nothing. This is because bad breeding. When you are pit out and you're on the yard and you're doing a lot of this right here, it's acceptable because it's your yard. But I advise guys who's trying to breed their shit, they want to breed their shit, it's your responsibility to take your bitch and keep going to these type of dogs right here. And if you can't have a litter to give you hit at least the goddamn daddy, then why would you go back? I wouldn't be crossing shit back into this shit. I'm not putting the pedigree down, I'm putting the breeding down. The breeding down. Because you're not looking nothing like the 4th. Just because you got it back there in the 4th, it tells me it's getting watered down by the time it got up there in the first. I mean, that's a point that I'm trying to keep on, and I'm going to keep on saying it because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what I'm talking about as a fact. It's a fact.
There are no winners up there.
None. Now, I can click on Morocco. I'm going to click on Morocco. And show you how the Bulldoggers was doing it. You know, I want to stress that.
But we talk about Procep. We know Procep was not a breeder.
He was not a breeder.
He went around and bought
the damn dog. He bought all them champions. He bought Morocco. He bought Champion Sugar. He bought May. He bought all them dogs out the box. But here's an example of what I was talking about. Look at how Hardcore is breeding. Look at his shit. You see how uniform his shit look? Huh? I can go around there and go to Stone City and see the same shit. I can go to James Crenshaw and see the same shit. I can go to DSK and see the same type of shit. It looks better in the third than it looked in the fourth. It looked better in the second than it looked better than it did in the third. You see what I'm saying?
That's a pedigree that is not degressing, it's progressing.
Progressing. Thank you. My point. I ain't trying to put your shit down. I'm just showing you what a real breeder look like. That's what real breeders do. This is why you got Hardcore Pepsi at ROM. Hardcore Felony, a POR. Hardcore Breaker, Register and Merit. There you go. Red Man, Register and Merit. See, I'm going to breed like these guys. Why? Because I've been around these guys and I've figured it out. I'm figuring it out like everybody else figuring it out. I'm figuring out what they do. You can go look at Stone City shit, and you can go look at Victor shit. You can go look at DSK and them shit. Anybody who's breeding successful in the dog game, this is what you're going to see. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you can have stragglers come along one day, you know, off a line that really, you know, it can make this line blow up all over one dog, but he still get great in the box, but can he produce? That's the problem. You know, we got one grand champion out of 100 goddamn puppies. So what makes that line great? That one grand champion? Okay, let's put our bucks on him and hopefully he can produce. Since all this other shit ain't produced shit up to this point, let's see if there's something special in him. Well, remember what they say, 1 in a million. 1 in a million. That's what you're working with. Every once in a while, you're gonna get that one. It's never gonna be 100%. It's gonna always be that 99%. Bullshit. So don't act like you can't expect that 1% to come out there and be good. But what does it matter if it gets no further than that? You know what I mean? And you keep on trying to breed this shit to make it better. You keep trying to breed it to make it better. Because you can't cut it loose. Because you've been already injected into doing something. Poor bitches just having puppies and shit for what? You know, because guys don't understand. When you hear a person like me say it, you know, you're ready to get mad at me. But I'm sitting here literally pointing out, don't get mad at me, because if it don't be for guys breeding like this, y'all wouldn't have shit. there wouldn't be no such thing as Jeep or Chinaman or Buck or Grand Champion Yellow or Grand Champion Mayday or Stone City Grand Champion Yellow Ball. And there wouldn't be no reason for that because every single one of them dogs was bred. It was bred to do what they was bred to do. And out of that, you got registered merits. Somebody's made a point. There's no such thing as a registered merit trait. Okay, let me see. This is for my registered merit dumbasses who make them kind of dumbass comments. How many registered merits are we seeing as we start walking back from Red Man? How many do we see? Don't worry, I can click on Jeep. Let me just click on them.
I thought you weren't going to bring that up tonight.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up tonight, but it would then we already sitting here looking at a bunch of down registered mares. Why not? I mean, we got Morocco, champion Morocco registered mare. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you see that? 8. 8. Now y'all tell me what do you call that? If it ain't a trait, what the hell do you call it?
Because we know it all didn't come out of no one litter.
Champion Milo. Look, that's Champion Milo now. Champion Redman. Champion Pepsi. Grand Champion Yellow. Hardcore Breaker, Yellow John, Miss Jocko, G, Red Boy. Come on now. Do y'all see all that registered mare shit? Look at this bottom. Look at this bottom. You gonna tell me there's not a registered mare trait in here? Oh, we know why you got registered, man, because you took this bitch and bred to that dog. We already understand that. No, Pepsi. That was a smart move. As a breeder who's dealing with yellow dogs, Jeep dogs, rascal dogs, Jeep,
Chinaman dogs, buck dogs,
yellow. Look at all this. How you gonna say that there's no such thing as a registered mare trait? Bam, 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 bam. Look. How many generations of this shit we gonna have? Milo produced Champion Shy, Champion Morocco. Come on now. Red Man registered mare. Grand Champion Yellow registered mare. Champion Yellow John registered mare. Red Boy, what do you call this? If this is not a trait, if you cannot call this a trait, then what the hell do you call it? I'm coming in the chat room and I want to hear some answers. Come on now, y'all. Y'all help me out here on that one. Registered mare is not a trait. Well, goddamn it, then I need that person in the room. Because I'm going to ask you, so what do you call it? Who has a daughter of Yellow Buck? You ain't talking about Grand Champion Yellow Buck, right? I had a son off of Yellow Buck and Champion Miss Nico. I had a daughter off of Champion Bozak, bred to a daughter of Yellow Buck and Champion Miss Nico. Bebe, registered mare Bebe, going hard Kennels, registered mare Bebe. Daddy was off of Yellow Buck and Champion Miss Nico. But come on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. So what do we call it? Somebody said she made register marriage easily. Okay, y'all, well, who pedigree is that you talking about, bro? Maybe you got me being nosy.
Yeah, that's Will Turner. He said he had a daughter off a yellow buck, and she made register and marry easy.
What was her name? Who was she off of?
She was off a yellow buck. She's the daughter of yellow buck.
I was saying, where's her pedigree number? I wanted to look it up.
Okay.
I want to see how she was bred. Remember, I had Little Buck. He was off a yellow buck. Remember, I had Sarah Kell. She was off a yellow buck, Miss Nico.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out right quick to my man Cosmin Cal. I'll tell you what up, fam. Yo, K-Walk. What up, fam?
All right, y'all. Is anybody listening to me? Is anybody going to agree with me? At least agree with me.
Well, Cosmin Cal, let me put it up here because Cos going to tell you. Definitely a trait. And the best trait in my eyes. Well, when Cos put it out there, because Cos, he'll tear it apart if it ain't right. He going to come up with his explanation if it was anything other than what he just said. And he'll explain his situation right now if you need him to. But don't worry about it, Cos. We got it from here, baby. Glad to see you on board, though.
Right, because what other explanation, Cos, can they give us? If it ain't, what is it then? Okay? There's nowhere in the hell you're gonna tell me these dudes is making registered marriage and it's happening by luck. There's got to be something they doing if they breeding their own shit and they getting it. That's my point. That should be a draw. That should be an understanding. Again, if you don't know how to breed your shit, then I would expect a person to say that. Either you don't know how to breed your shit or you ain't got shit to breed. It's one of them. Because how can you say it's not a genetic trait? When we breed dogs, goddammit, because of that genetic trait, don't we? Just like we breed dogs to be able to go out here and do whatever we need them to do. You don't think we out here breeding genetic traits, especially coming down of a producer? Remember, I can say the same thing about Tab and Gator and Blackjack. Can I keep going? I didn't even get the Jeep. I cut Jeep early. I could have started at Jeep, Tab, Gator, Blackjack, and the goddamn dogs that he has out here that's got registered marriage under their pedigree. I'm going to have to look at the different lines I'm going down there doing it to. If it's not a genetic trait, then what do you call it? Right? Okay, Mike, it's 1:13. I didn't think it was that late. My fault. Damn. But that was a good pedigree there. I got to go back over here to this thing right quick. But that's a nice pedigree. And then Milo, he threw a champion the damn self, Morocco.
All right, Mo, it's 1 o'clock, bro.
I just said that to you, bro.
Oh, I was, Niche was just calling me.
Okay, right.
I got a chance to miss it. My man Kyle said they think it's luck and chance. Breeders know better. Well said there, Kaz. Sabir said it's a trait just like hard pressure mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that, Sabir. Sabir been on one tonight, y'all. I'm gonna just let y'all know.
Yeah, he got the goal in the world as the student of the night. That's the damn sure. If you want to call him a student.
Yeah. Shit, Sabir said he running through notebooks, so they better act like they're paying attention because he running through notebooks.
That's how you do it, though. That's exactly how you do it. One day I'm gonna bring some old papers that before I ever made the first breed I'm talking about before Mayday, before Yellow Buck. I got some papers, y'all, that I got from way back there in the early 90s. That I was making my plans. Wasn't I, Mike?
Yeah.
I was making my plans back then. I said, I'm going to breed, get me some dogs off of Yellow Buck. I'm going to take that Yellow Buck shit, and I'm going to cross it with that Mayday shit. And this is before I ever read either one of them. Got anything from either one of them. I just saw them in the journal. I didn't see Mayday yet, but I saw Yellow Buck. That's how I found out. That's how we got Tommy Boy by hooking up with them boys in Puerto Rico. Because I like what they was doing with those dogs they had. I said, I need to get some of this shit over here. Since I got this yellow coming over here coming off of my shit. And this is before I even bred the Mayday. So I caught on quick. Because of James Pope. Pope was the one that told me before I even learned how to understand a pedigree good enough to understand one. He said, you can make all that rascal Eli breeding if you want to. He said, until they start crossing that shit back into them champions and getting them registered mares inducted back into their pedigree, that shit's going to be gone. And if they don't start doing it, they're going to lose it. And he is right. It does happen. You can breed the registered mare right out of a line. Look at all those Bulls dogs. You know what I'm saying? Look at all them great Bulls dogs that had all them all rims up under their pedigrees.
My man Will Turner said he had one off of Yellow Buck and Miss Nico too.
Yeah, because he made two breedings. I got Little Buck on the first breeding, and Little Buck was a puppy when I got him.
Wasn't that the one? Did we come back with him?
Yeah, that's the one we came back with. Little Buck.
Right. That Little Buck was the one we came back with. Hey, my man, big shout out to my man Carlos Rodriguez. He said traits are genetic, and to become an ROM was based on producing traits that could get it done consistently. Some dogs and some families produce better than others, which was the reason for the title. Great understanding, Carlos, because that was our understanding of what register a mare meant. You know what I mean? If you were consistent.
I guess it sounds good when it's coming up in somebody else's room that couldn't sit there and straighten them out for saying it. They wouldn't know anyway. Not throwing no trash around. I'm just saying.
Big shout out to the Rabbit Man. Rabbit Man said, you speaking the truth, Mo.
Thank you.
My man Will Turner said, Art of Siam and Miss Jamie. Damn, Will, I didn't know you was rolling like that, fam. Shit.
Did he say Jamie?
Yeah, he said Art of Siam and Miss Jamie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that Sammy shit though, ain't it? That's that Red Boy shit.
Yeah, the Art of Siam, I think so. Now you know better than I do, so don't get me the line.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm ready to cut you off, man. Not trying to be
okay,
disrespectful.
Man,
I'm not going to talk
yeah.
with you, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's all good, man. Yeah.
You gonna stop sharing so I can get this back?
I get on here, the clock just take off on me. When I get out here, y'all get to throwing up these pedigrees. We get to looking at them. One goddamn thing about it, I like when y'all throw up pedigrees, goddamn, because at least we know how to read them. You know what I'm saying? At least y'all know how to send the right shit over here on me. You know what I mean? I'm glad of that. Thank you. Thank all of y'all for that, because it makes it interesting. And it helps us point out other dogs other than my own shit or somebody else's shit. We see other good shit out here, new shit, to show you there's other dogs out here. And that's good. I really appreciate that. We go back to our phase 2 on our conditioning in the next show. It ain't gonna hurt nobody to throw a couple $5 here, there, over there, and that little thing, because I got a lot more to be passing out here, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all some tricks on the medicine. I'm gonna show y'all some tricks on the flea medicine, all that shit. I got a bunch of shit to show y'all. I got to teach y'all how to damn measure your dosages and how you figure that shit out. Some of you guys just get your dog shots and shit. I'm gonna tighten all that shit up. But I gotta help. You know, God willing, I'll be back on Friday. If I don't, I'll see you on Tuesday. You know what I mean? God let me. But you know, y'all already know we're gonna scratch the wind anyway. So all I want to do is wake up. That's all. Y'all put me to sleep. Make sure I wake up. That's all. It's on you, Mike.
Hey, you gonna stop that share right there?
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out with us tonight. As usual, what I tell you about Triple M. Just on the phone with him, right? I did put the link down there. But see, his son, big shout out to Triple M because his son, you know, he had 2 great colleges that he was accepted to. And, you know, I'm always going to give a big shout out because for me, that's like 4 generations of bulldogging. From grandpops to pops to son, now down to son. 4 generations of straight bulldogging, you know. Not even to have any of that. So, you know, it's not the fact that any and everything's possible. It's just when you got a love of the game to where you can pass it on. Like I know my dad was happy when me and my brother took on his trade, and that trade took care of us. But we ain't got one kid. Out of all the goddamn kids we got, not a one child to do anything pertaining to our legal trade. But every damn one of the kids got a goddamn bulldog. Now explain that shit, Mo.
Right. Right.
We got to be backwards as hell, man. I mean, there ain't not a toolbox out there. Now I give it to the girls side because they will get them toolboxes in a minute and go fix some shit. But not a one going, we can leave this shit too. But all of them got some damn bulldogs. I just don't get it. Hey, fellas, again, appreciate everybody for showing up, showing out. Hey, don't forget to hit them like buttons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Y'all see that little cash out thing that runs across the bottom down there? I be feeling Mo's pain. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, he be wanting to share shit and he just don't. But he kind of getting a little loose because I can almost tell y'all we getting too, you know, we breaking wide open in 2026. We're doing a lot of different things. We're going to be bringing a whole lot of this, doing our little creativity thing, doing the things that we love to do. And we're out here doing it. So, hey, it's not a matter of how much you give, it's the fact that you give. I think the less you can give is 99 cents, but say whatever it is, it don't really matter. It's just the fact that you do. It's going to be appreciated regardless. So keep that thought in mind as you do that. And before we get up out of here, I know I got 45 people in here. And my man Insane Honey Badger already getting this party started. Right. So like small time, my same old good old people. But for the rest of you people, help show some love and big respect and shout outs to my man Chico Nicholas for the loss of his wife. Let the roses be for him, you know, and if you have any room in your life to shoot a prayer out to that brother, because nothing like losing your wife and the mother of your 4 daughters. You know, that's a big loss, and that's something that came unexpected, and I feel that brother's pain. So I would share that with you guys so you can have something to share back, because thank God it's not you, but hell, I would do the same thing if it was. So let's start this thing off right, and let's get it right this time. Let's give me some down. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Now, show some love. I mean, Show me some damn love. Give me some roses. Roses. We need
We
them
need
damn
them damn
roses.
roses. Come on, y'all. Show some love,
Show
man.
some love.
Show some love, man. And them condolences. Definitely. And Mike, where is our emojis, man? Why I can't put no emojis on my shit?
Because we over here and you ain't on YouTube. And
right. I'm on YouTube. I can get my emojis and all that. You don't get no emojis.
Well, you know, I'm over here in StreamYard. You ready to go back to YouTube? We can go back to doing what we used to do. Let our faces out there and everything. So this is just a little bit more simpler.
Yep. Keep it simple.
So, hey, that's what I'm talking about, fellas. Show the love. And if my man, and I know you're going to be watching this show at some point, Chico, our hearts go out to you, fam. If you ever need anything, man, need somebody to talk to, fam. Got a big community, but you still got my number. So prayers up, blessings to you. Okay, well, y'all know I'm headed on my way out of here. Mo, you know, my prayers up to you. Every time we go up under that, you know, my nerves be all over the place until you come home. But I look to see you Friday. And if you don't make it out Friday, man, and I don't get that call to come break you out, stay your ass there till it's time to come out. Because I got this over here.
I'll be right there on the show. Anybody going down there by that goddamn Bears? Anybody live in Tampa, you here.
Slide by and pick him up. Pick him up.
I'll be right there on the show. I'll probably be on my damn phone in the hospital, on the air, in YouTube, fucking with y'all. If I'm stuck in that damn hospital room.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the good thing about it, though, Mo. You know, you a bulldog, man. You straight bulldog, and you that S2W thing, boy, you ride it to the wall, Swallow, because you true and blue to it, ain't you, boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm trying to get everybody on that bandwagon, fellas. Look, we talk about a lot of things, but let me tell you something. Don't let nobody change you from who you are. If you're going to be a total piece of shit, be a good total piece of shit. You don't have to worry about nobody trying to figure you out, because total piece of shit journey stands out, and we don't call it like we see it, especially if we being real. And if you're being real with yourself and you know you're a total piece of shit, I respect you even more when you just say, I know I'm a total piece of shit. I'm just looking at your suck ass because you didn't know. That's how I got your punk ass. You know, that's a real piece of shit right there. Can't hate on a fulfiller like that. Remember, we used to have some robbers that was like that, didn't we, Mo?
Yeah.
Straight out this. They gonna get you because you talking all that shit. When they pull up on you, they gonna get your shit. Man, why you do old boy like that? Because he was a piece of shit. He wasn't about that life. You talk all that shit, but he wasn't about that life. So I got his ass. Nigga, just don't make that mistake and fall over here. Because I don't want to be sending your family roses. You know? But just to know them kind of people really truly exist. But them real ones, they ain't gonna change who they are and what they are. But don't let nobody change you. And I think the best way to deal with these dogs and deal with people in general, just deal with life, just be real. Be real to who you are, and damn sure be real for what you see. And that you don't know, you better get to know, and you do all you can so that you do know. So you don't have no excuses why they got your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because one damn thing we're gonna always preach around here. We always let them know, Mo.
He said it. We always.
Yes, sir. We always scratch the wind. You know. There we go. Hey, my man out there, you know he be hiding on the back street showing that love with the prayers up. This not J-Bo. Big shout out to my big brother out there. You dropping in, letting us know he's still out there. Big shout out, J-Bo. Appreciate the love, man.
What up, J-Bo? You know we love you, man.
Let me see. Hey, Mo.
What up, bro?
You know, I'm fixing, you know how I do shit, right?
Close it out.
I'm finna close it out, bro. You know, just give me a chance to show my how, you know, when I be like my big head, you know, not. Yeah.
Better know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, just that real y'all grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same grind, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Yeah. Legend of doom, behind set tone. Loctite, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game deal, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and metal, high dog, pound by hard. When they hit, praise to the men who rock this shit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, they live it. Fat boy the legend, Lil Buster, real strong. Southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Little fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary, really the shit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Call this some legendary pit bullshit. 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 Pit bullshit.
Yeah. Better know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them people. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, just that real y'all grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same grind, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Yeah, legend of doom, behind set tone. Loctite, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game deal, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and metal, high dog, pound by hard. When they hit, praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, Lil Buster, real strong, southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night, power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Lil' fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary, really the shit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends, everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Call this some legendary pit bullshit, 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 pit bullshit.
Yeah. It's Mo and Mike in the house. Going hard with the legends. Paying homage, you know. Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat, pretty mama, they shining so bright. Lil Mayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L-Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier. Champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register, I'm merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitters, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register, I'm merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, Captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register, I'm merit, we got the elite. Made a buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob.
Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday ace, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spots shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah, the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the game, stamp legit. Find him in Tornadoes pedigree. Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah, the knowledge remain. T.O. our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, yes. Tom, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time. Time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low type, apex, pressure built for the chase. Gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade. Third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah, I said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid.
Yeah, we in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah. Welcome to the yard. Where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep. Every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct or stay the hell outside. Legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Dudo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned and yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stack heavy 52. Way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevail. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, all on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to G. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it all, bloodline stacked heavy 52. Way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Y'all in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, feel that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. kings in this game, going hard, Kennels. Forever ain't the same, nigga.